Hey, it's Friday night. It's party night. Hey, Safa, you are first. And look, can you guess? Even though the chair's empty, it's there for a reason. Oh God, what's my freaking phone doing? Stop it. God damn it. Phone randomly does stupid things. Mystery chair. But yes, it is, this was a spontaneous decision. Oh, man. Okay. I just remembered something I wanted. So, okay, Safa, hold the fort. I'm going to be back in a minute. Okay. Got my clarified cocktail. That's what I wanted to get. Nice. Holding the fort. Good work, Safa. You had lasagna. I had a bunch of junk for lunch because I was tired and blur and wanted junky comfort food. I did have a shake for dinner. I think I found a stopper that fits this bottle. I don't think it's the best option. I have a huge collection of stoppers. Might work on finding a different one for this bottle. It's not the one it came with, certainly. Look at this though. My almost clear urine sample. Look at that. Give myself a garnish. Oh yes. Come on, goddammit. Yep, that's good. Then in there. A little bit more. Can I get another bit? Oh, god damn it. What a fucking struggle. Fucking shit time for friggin' oranges at the moment. They're expensive and not attractive. Hey, Hamper Elderly, how you doing? All right. I'm gonna give myself a garnish. You had Korean mushroom noodles for lunch, fresh and delicious. That sounds good. All right. Now, stabby stab. Oh, I thought I had one there. There we go. Got myself a cherry. Actually, it's a little there we go. It's lackluster cherries in there. That was a little shitty, squishy one. So I deserve 2. So I did get 2. There we go. Sit that on top. Madam Butterfly, hello. There was another free game today. You know what I was really tempted to get today for my PC? Grand Theft Auto 5. It's like $20 on Steam. And I am kind of interested in replaying it. And Mr. Angry's playing on the console, so I could get a PC version. I kind of prefer playing on a PC to a console anyway. That is not a lot of taste. It's pleasant. So this is a clarified cocktail I made. It's my first time trying it. Was it on sale? Well, yeah, $20. It's like, 60 to 80% less than what it was originally released at. It's just this pleasant, light, fruity flavor. Wow. I don't know how much booze is in that, but it certainly doesn't taste like it. Here we go. The reason there's a second chair.
Hello. Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Oh. Sitting, hey? How good is that? Oh, I see you've tidied up.
Oh, you will, as I think I mentioned the other. I did, and then I brought a bunch of crap out of here.
Yeah, now it's messy again. What the hell is this?
I don't know. What the hell is that? Oh, you must have missed on the stream. The answer is I don't friggin' know. Its provenance escapes me. I think clearly someone sent it to me, and that's why I shared it, because I was like, "What the hell is this? Where did it come from?"
Oh, jeez. I'm so conflicted.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just making room. Oh, nice camera.
Oh yeah, I worked out that still works. I haven't used it in like 10 years.
Okay.
But I found the charger for it, and
Cool.
It still works.
Hi, everyone.
Chairs at different heights. Anyway.
That's okay. Your head makes up for it.
It does, really.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we're here. It's not so much a tech support day as just a spontaneous idea
Yeah.
day.
Oh, yeah. Like literally, it was, I don't know, 6-ish.
Yeah.
And I was like sitting at home. The heat had soaked fully through the concrete of my apartment. And I was, God, it was so freaking hot. And it doesn't matter if you open the windows. And like,
it's the concrete's absorbed
the concrete acts as a radiator at that point.
Yeah.
And all the walls are concrete.
Yeah.
The floor, the wall, the ceiling, everything.
Yeah.
So it was a sauna.
Yeah.
So I had to get out.
Yeah.
So I rang Angry and said, I'm coming over.
And we're like, yay!
I'm gonna have a sip of this.
Yeah, cold drink, air conditioning, it's all good.
Hey, Home for the Elderly, how's it going? I got something for it.
Ooh, what do you got?
Now, remember, cast your mind back.
Casting my mind back.
This because few years ago. Yeah, because this is how I work. I got a collection of pins for pronouns.
Right.
And I had one left over.
Okay.
And I said, whoever wants it can have it. And you immediately said, oh, I'll have that.
Yeah.
And it's a he pronoun.
Nice.
In comic style.
Oh, wow. That's a very, okay. This is very much celebrating he.
Yeah.
It's very strong.
And you said you wanted it. So I held on to it. It's just been
neat.
sitting on my desk. And it survived 2 desks. So
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So how does it go on?
Oh, you got to take the pin backs off. So
all right, yeah, no, it's just
it's
all right. I just don't want to break anything.
Yeah, they're just that.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
Neat.
Happy Christmas.
Thank you.
From 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Or something, I don't know. It wasn't even Christmas.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh. So cheers, you
cheers.
all.
Oh, cheers. I was at there's this little French cafe/restaurant.
Yeah.
On Brunswick Street.
Okay.
And I had well, you didn't give him that other thing sitting on your desk. No, I didn't. That's under the keyboard. the tiny little trans flag dildo.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
No. That's the shocker for.
Yeah.
Whenever I get someone to say, "Did you try looking under the keyboard?"
Just to give
And
them
it's
something to find.
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you know what? I should put. I once made. Yeah, of course. I once made a replica of the heart box from Snow White.
Okay. Yeah.
I should put it in that.
Yes. Perfect place for it.
Yes, because then it's a dick in a box.
Yes.
Speaking of Lonely Island.
Yes.
Because I had sushi on the way here.
Sushi glory hole.
Imagine that.
Yes.
Instead of strange dick, you'll be getting a snack.
Yeah.
I also have another gift for you.
Oh,
Surprise! Oh snap! Yeah. Well, have you heard the song "Sushi Glory Hole"? It's by the Lonely Island. They dropped it this year.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So this is officially from Pat.
Okay.
For the Secret Santa, but Pat, kind of had to bow out a little bit. So I stepped up and got his gift for you.
Oh, okay.
And so I did not know. Yes, Lonely Island. Look it up. They made a banger of a film clip for it too.
It is pretty funny.
Yeah. So anyway,
Ooh, wow.
So I've got it here.
Not for me.
Sorry.
Presents night for me.
It is. So it's wrapped up.
Oh wow, it's wrapped up in everything.
I used a Japanese wrapping method that uses fabric.
Oh.
And I don't mind if you want to give back the fabric.
Ooh, cool.
And it's homemade, and there's a story to it as well.
Okay.
So
let us unveil. There we go. An intricate
web of fabric.
It is. It really is.
Fabric and lies.
Fabric and lies. It's like owning one piece of fabric, and it seems like many.
Yeah, it's like origami but with fabric.
A book. Oh my god! Look at the little logo for cocktails.
So
we talked about this ages ago.
It was many years ago, and you requested a magical tome.
Oh yeah.
And I said, I'll get right on it.
Yeah, and you did. You got
right on it, and through the power of ADHD.
Yes.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
It only took me a couple of years,
but that's okay. Now I can very painstakingly hand letter cocktail recipes in here.
Yeah.
Or scroll like a madman serial killer. What are they?
Well, write your manifesto. So the story is the paper used in the construction is 80% cotton.
Ooh, so it does feel nice.
It's a 100 GSM cotton paper.
Nice.
The book corners are 3D printed.
Yeah, I could tell.
And as is that.
That logo is awesome.
Embossed into it.
Yes.
And at the back is a counter.
It's like a coaster.
Counter logo kind of thing. But yeah, Merry Christmas.
Oh my God, this is so cool. This is so cool. So now I think this is now just the best recipes go in here.
Now I wanted to write in it the Snosberry Fizz on the first page.
I think yes.
But I'll let you do that.
Yeah. Snosberry Fizz is the first entry,
yeah.
which for those who don't have long memories was the first official drink of the stream.
Yes.
So it's equal parts gin,
a slow gin, and
was it whiskey?
Whiskey.
Yeah.
Yes. So
and then topped with boobles.
It's a shot and a half or an ounce and a half of slow gin, an ounce and a half of either twofold or if you want to get fancy, Nova.
Yeah.
Topped with ice and topped with soda water.
Yeah.
And it's simple, but it's amazing.
And we got the basic idea from that dude at Patient Wolf.
Yes.
He mixed one that was a mix of sloe gin and whiskey, which we liked. And then we did the one with the bubbles. And
Yes.
oh, no, this is good.
Yeah.
So, yes.
So, Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, my God, that's awesome. Yes. Okay, so...
I'm glad you like it.
I do. I mean, honestly, I'm going to show this to the other cocktail people on YouTube, and they'll be hella jealous.
I'm going to start doing commissions.
All right.
So, if they want something similar,
let them know. They're mostly in America, so the biggest cost would be in postage.
Oh God, yeah, it would, wouldn't it?
But oh my God,
it's roughly A5 in size.
Yeah.
I did try to do an A4 size book.
Okay.
But my tools are all homemade.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And not up to task.
Yes.
Secondly, folding paper for A4 requires A3 size paper. And when you do that, you need a different grain direction in the paper. Otherwise, it'll break down over time.
Okay.
And thirdly, I was leather binding it, and I've never done that before.
Okay.
And it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass for A5 size books, let alone A4.
Okay.
And it was just like, I haven't failed. It's every step has been challenging.
Yeah.
So I just thought, I'm just going to make an A5 book.
Yeah. No, it's a great size.
And it took me 2 weeks. So my lead time for something like that is 2 weeks.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very nice. There you go. Yeah, I think it's like Russian Christmas is 7th January.
Oh.
So it's barely late at all.
Yeah. Nice.
Greek Orthodox can be something completely different.
I did say I'd do it like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
It swings around a bit.
No. Getting there is the important thing.
I'm just glad you like it.
Oh, it's awesome. I love it. Nice.
7th of Jan. My brother's birthday was on 8th of Jan.
So. Yeah. Confuse him by telling him he's a Christmas baby.
But only if he's
Eastern Europe, Eastern Orthodox.
Eastern Orthodox, yeah. Well, that was my last. Well, actually, no. I've got some more gifts to give. I'm planning to go to my brother's place in a couple of weeks, and I'm getting gifts for him and his kids. So, but his kids are like 2 and 4, so they're going to be easy.
Okay.
No fancy stuff for them. Do you want the fabric?
Oh no, you can keep the fabric.
Cool. That's one of the points of wrapping with fabric. You can reuse it.
Nice.
And it's up to the recipient if they want it or not. And like I've given gifts with fabric wrapping to people who wanted the fabric, and it's like part of the gift.
Exactly.
And otherwise I'll gladly take it back and use it for another gift.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm going to actually start making specially made fabric for gift wrapping.
Oh, cool.
Which is a Japanese thing. I forget the name of it, but I bought a book about it, and it's got all different types of wrapping styles and
nice
concepts. You can make bags and stuff.
It's
actually got a Christmas theme on it. So, it's stars, but it's very Christmassy.
It is, I think.
Red and gold.
Yeah.
Red with gold stars. Yeah.
Very Christmassy. Very
nice.
I
feel good about myself now.
Oh, you should. That's awesome.
I love it when someone likes one of the books I made.
Oh, it's everything about it. But just have the logo.
Yeah.
And it's just like
I hand drew the logo.
Okay.
And then managed to 3D print it.
Ah, cool.
And did the coloring. Did the coloring in different filaments.
Yeah. Okay.
And I designed the corner pieces myself as well in CAD. So
nice.
I'm leveling up.
Great stuff.
Yeah. Thank you, Soph. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, it is well done. It's kind of funny talking about keeping journals. When I was sort of staggering into the lounge room to like not disturb Mrs. Angry at 4:00 this morning.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't even be bothered
Mm.
seeking out something to watch. I'm just going on
Mm.
what movies are just streaming now on
Yep.
Foxtel, and it was like the Harrison Ford one, Clear and Present Danger, his last
Oh,
Jack
yeah.
Ryan one, and
Yep. I like
and
that one.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. And Seven, and
Oh, God.
so speaking of journals,
7, yeah.
the
Jesus.
serial killers,
Yeah.
100 notebooks with tiny little things.
Yeah.
And it's also kind of fun because I wonder how many pages of it they did, because Fincher was pretty obsessive.
Mm.
And you get flashes of a couple of pages and it's just in tiny little text
God.
and different bits are stylized and circled and highlighted.
Yeah.
And it's like, wow, how many pages did you do? Even if you only did 4 pages, which is what we see,
Yeah.
that's not a small undertaking.
I wonder what he wrote in them all, and like how much of it is like food recipes or.
No, I think it's designed to look like the crazy serial killer wrote it, because you get flashes of it, and I couldn't be bothered pausing it, but you could pause it and see that it's crazy pants writing.
What's in the box? Yeah,
what's in the box? It is again, it's very funny, like, because it's a 30-year-old movie,
but it like there's no references in it. There's no political references in it. It's about the drama,
and it's not even the city's not even referenced. It's an ambiguous urban place where it's always raining, except at the end when they're in the desert and it's really sunny.
Yeah. The only really dated reference is the technology they use, like the fingerprinting machine.
Yeah.
The library, the FBI library.
The FBI monitoring everyone's library
like
books.
That's just every day now. They do that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's,
like it was a big deal in the movie, but like, you mean they weren't allowed to do that back then? Yeah.
Yeah.
People in a post 9/11.
It's been one of the paranoid conspiracy theorist thing for a long time that they track you if you have certain books. There's a good joke about it in The Simpsons when they go to a bookshop and they're all getting things, and Lisa gets Al Gore's book, or a fictional Al Gore book, and Bart gets a UFO conspiracy book, and he's like, the government's trying to hide the truth. And when the person scans the books, you just see a thing go down the circus, like, and it just a printout appears in the FBI, and someone goes, oh, and rips it off, and then just runs into Al Gore's office and goes, Mr. Vice President, someone bought your book. It was such a good misdirect.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, classic comedy. Set up an expectation and
then misdirect. Yeah. Oh, I love it.
Can I add Dr. Abigail's? Oh, I have to leave the studio and come back, which I can. I forgot to do it.
Oh, doesn't matter. I don't mind.
Yeah. Yes. So
I don't care. I'm not heavily invested.
Yeah. We're all good. So Home for the Elderly, what was the cocktail we were going to workshop tonight? Because I know we talked about
it. I was wondering, because I started a story about this French place I was at.
Oh, yeah.
And they had this amazing cocktail. And for the life of me, I should have taken a picture of it on the page. Yeah. I do know it had pineapple rum and Campari.
Okay.
And I think lime.
Yeah.
And soda water.
I'm trying to remember where I put my phone, because okay, I put it there. What's the name of the place? Because they might have their menu online.
It's true. I don't know. It's in French. So let me see. I can Google Maps. I've got your address in.
Because we can make it. So yeah. Oh, that's right. One night in Bangkok. Wait, was I supposed to get dragon fruit? Dude, if I promised something exotic, you got to remind me. Brain like a fucking sieve, honestly.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but so only now that
I could maybe do it tomorrow night. I could try and. Geez, is dragon fruit even in season? I don't know if I've seen dragon fruit anywhere.
It'll be in season. Yeah, it's in season.
I could go out tomorrow. There's a couple of good fruit and veg shops not far from here.
Think.
Yeah, see, Safa remembers. Yes, but I'm old and I have a brain like Swiss cheese. So
You need to do brain training exercises.
Yeah.
I think it's not that far down. Bon Appetit Bistro.
Okay.
I think.
Petite. Yeah, Brunswick Street. Okay. Let's see. Going to see if they have their cocktail menu online.
Bon Appetit Bistro.
Lunch menu, dinner menu, wine list, happy hours.
Thrilling.
Ooh, free French cheese with your first drink. Ooh.
I think it's the place. Let me have a look if it is.
But they don't have a cocktail menu on. Oh, well, actually, they're not calling it a cocktail menu. Cheeses, wines, cocktails, amaretto sour, espresso martini, old fashioned. Ooh, made with Armagnac. Okay.
Anything else?
No. So not
Maybe
the one
it's
you
not
had.
the place. Or that could be the old cocktail menu.
Yeah, they often don't update websites.
Yeah, and they have a new drink mixer person.
Okay.
Mixologist who I told him his cocktail was amazing, and he looked really chuffed because he said he works especially on that.
Okay, and the lunch menu, they just mentioned a Tom Collins, Aperol Spritz, Elderflower Fizz, French Negroni, and Espresso Martini.
No, that's not.
So they're clearly doing more, or it's a different place.
It's actually possible. And let me look at Street View, because there's a couple of French places on Brunswick Street.
Yes. So just looking at the lunch menu.
No, that's it. That's the place.
And there's a section, Le Baguette, and I'm channeling Homer Simpson going, Le Baguette, what the hell is that?
Okay, they have a website. I'll keep looking.
Okay.
And lunch and dinner, wine list. Aperitif.
No, okay.
Cocktails. I found it.
Oh, you found it?
Yes.
Nice. Oh, was it on the wine list or something?
Yes.
Yeah, I hadn't looked at the wine list. All right, let me.
Le Saint Maurice roasted pineapple rum, Campari lime syrup.
Okay, well, I'll get it on my phone. We can try and make that.
There you go. Le Saint Maurice.
Just pineapple rum, Campari, lime, and syrup. Pretty straightforward. And I've got a really nice pineapple rum there, actually.
And I mean, if you want to put your own spin on it.
Well, I don't have Campari because I hate Campari, but I've got other bitter.
What's Campari?
It is what's called a bittersweet aperitivo. It is an orange-based liqueur, and it's just super bitter.
Oh, okay.
But I have some alternatives that I prefer.
Okay.
Hey, Pat, how you doing?
It was either going to be that or the elderflower fizz.
Elderflower is always a popular one.
Gin, elderflower, liqueur, tonic, cucumber, and mint. And I was going to ask them to replace the tonic with soda.
Yeah, I do that too.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. You must have missed weird stuff I've been finding. That was from T Fury.
Yeah.
It's like
nice.
Yeah. If you like them, they're yours.
I love it. I love like stickers like that.
Yeah. You can take them home with you.
Cool.
Yeah, they were free bonuses back when I used to get Tea Theory t-shirts.
Cool.
Got a bunch of patches.
Okay, I'll take
too.
you up on
yeah,
that.
do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Because I've had them for years and never done anything with them. So if
Yeah.
you feel so enthused to do something with them, go for it.
Cool. So we missed out on the chat. Hey Pat, how's it going?
Okay, so
Oh,
Home for the Elderly is joining me in not liking
Yeah,
Campari.
Booze made her vomit and died red. Okay.
Oh,
See, I didn't mind it in this cocktail. I
yeah,
thought it was
it's
quite nice.
as a thing, but yeah, it'll
we should show Pat what he got you.
Oh yeah, Pat.
Pat.
You missed it. So seeing you had me in Secret Santa and things went a bit astray, Dr. Abigail picked up the slack and made this book for me, 3D printed little cocktail logo and embossed, and it's for me to write cocktail recipes in. Mysterious and magical tome.
Yes. Can I also point out?
Yes.
It has a bookmark.
Yes, I saw the
that
ribbon in there.
Folded back into itself, so
Oh.
you can just take it out like that.
Yeah. Okay. Yes.
So the bookmark is like
Yeah.
that. And I hand sewed the
nice
brain fruit. What
spine?
the head and tail headers.
Okay.
What the hell do you call them now?
I don't know.
Oh my god! I hand sewed them.
Well, it's good
instead of just pasted on.
Very nice.
In the same colors of the book, which
Yeah.
which it's one of the first things you have to decide on the color.
The color,
so,
yeah.
like planning. So,
Guy, were you here the other night when we were just throwing, if you know what I mean, on the end of
you
everything?
know what I mean. So yeah, that worked out really well.
Yeah.
These were invented in books
Yeah.
at a time when because they're designed when you take them off a shelf,
Yeah.
they protect the book structurally.
Okay. Yeah.
When you take them off.
Okay.
But modern bookbinding techniques make them redundant.
Oh, okay.
So they're more just a holdover from those days. And I just like to do them myself.
Yeah, nice.
End bands. They're called end bands.
End bands. Okay.
You get pasted on ones nowadays.
Yeah.
And they're just
That's it. And I think that, if you know what I mean, actually works. It's like Abigail's the type who's going to do a craft project, if you know what I mean.
This is the advantage of my Secret Santas. You get shit like that.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. All right.
So that was Pat's gift to Angry Aussie.
Yeah.
Care of me. I picked up the slack for you, Pat.
He declares is cool.
Oh,
so,
nice.
Yeah, nice. It is very nice. You're just perusing. Did you get a book? I started.
I discovered there's an antique bookstore, it has to be secondhand bookstore.
Yeah.
That's been there for like 4 years on Brunswick Street, and I was just strolling.
Oh.
How many pages in that book? I think I put 120 something.
It looks like a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Normally a book like that you would only put 90, 96. But I put extra in.
Nice.
It's thicker paper, so it looks a bit more padded out.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And I found a really big book on ducks that nemes rebinding. So I bought it to actually rebind
it.
Yeah.
So it just reminded me of that meme where someone's got a really old book. It's like how to make ducks pay. Bought this, was disappointed, and it was how to have a business raising ducks, not to make ducks pay for all their many crimes.
Anyway, they had a bunch of pins. And I bought this Lord of the Rings
pin. Nice.
I'm going to show it on the screen.
Yeah, nice pins.
Lord of the Rings book pin.
All right.
Business cards?
Yeah, old business cards. Yeah.
Wow.
Just weird stuff I've been finding as we clean up.
Fair.
I've been sharing.
Cool. So yes, that is the requested cocktail that I'm.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm going to do that. Okay. Message me again tomorrow to tell me to go out and get dragon fruit.
Yeah.
And because I'll be streaming tomorrow night, and I might have more. I don't know how long. Actually, maybe it's just because it's fun hanging out. I've suddenly got energy. Most of the day I've been going.
Well, you were up at like 4-ish with heartburn.
Yeah. And I stayed up till about 9:30. Then I thought, I think it's gone away enough.
Yeah.
And I went and slept for an hour.
So I've been dealing with heartburn with all those batches.
From the various gyms.
It's funny you should say that. I wonder if I've got it here with me. I don't think I do. My son bought me a Pokemon.
Oh, nice.
An actual resin Pokemon.
Oh,
a
nice.
Psyduck.
That would be your Pokemon, yeah.
Yeah. It's the only Pokemon I know anything about.
Yeah, Pat wants to say hi. Why not?
Yeah, okay. So Psyduck gets migraines.
Yes.
And it fuels his psychic powers.
Yeah.
But he forgets stuff. And that's just me in a nutshell.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I have a close bond with Psyduck.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah.
Okay. And I've been using this Psyduck as my special little good luck totem for Magic the Gathering games.
Oh, cool.
As a good luck mascot.
Is Golduck an evolved Psyduck?
I think so, yeah.
But Golduck's too competent and doesn't do the migraine thing.
Well, Psyduck apparently is undefeated, and what technically undefeated. The only times he's been defeated is because, he's undefeated because the more he gets attacked, the stronger his migraines get, and the stronger his migraines get, the stronger his powers get. Yeah. So the only times he's been defeated is because he's just had a bad migraine and he said, "Fuck this shit," and just opted out and just fallen asleep and said, I can't deal with this anymore and I don't want to fight, and just noped.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I wonder, do Pokemon willingly evolve? And evolve is the wrong word because that's not, but do they willingly go through this process or?
Well,
I'm not sure.
Ash's Pikachu consciously resists evolving.
Okay.
Most Pokemon evolve because they reach a certain level of strength. And I think sometimes trauma is involved.
Oh, okay.
But it's like they get stronger by fighting. And they reach a certain level of strength and they evolve.
Okay. And do they find it desirable?
It's their natural cycle. Apart from Pikachu, who is different to all the other Pokemon, who chooses not to.
Okay. Because of main character syndrome.
Yeah. And in fact, defeats a Raichu in one of the early seasons, which is an evolved Pikachu, which is technically impossible, but Ash's Pikachu is not a normal Pikachu, has powers beyond what a Pikachu should have.
Sure.
Main character syndrome.
Yeah. Fair enough. So I've been told that there are no regular animals in the Pokemon world.
I think that may be correct, but I'm not sure.
When they're eating a hamburger,
it's a Pokemon.
It's a Pokemon.
Yeah, or it's a plant-based burger. Who knows?
So how does meat work in the Pokemon world?
The way better question is, how does meat work in the BoJack Horseman world? And they do that where these people breed chickens that deliberately don't have fully formed brains, so they so it's okay to kill them and eat them.
Oh god.
And the farm is actually run by a chicken. It's a really
that's dark.
It's a really dark episode.
Like
speaking of dark, Pat just disappeared.
Oh,
Oh yes, Eevee's the one that has alternate evolution trees, isn't it? Can go 3 different ways. No, Ash never forced Pikachu to evolve because Milk Tank. I mean, little spelling error, and you've got MILF Tank, and I'm just. Oh, did you see again? Your typing is like all over the shop. If you're saying Johto, did you mean the last season? I didn't watch past 2 or 3 seasons.
I didn't watch any of them.
Oh, my youngins were so into. I had the
okay.
first 2 seasons on on VHS, and we watched them so many times. I used to know the first season in particular off by heart.
Fair enough.
All right, so I have to go out and get the lime juice, which is in the fridge. Unless you want to go out and try and work out. It's actually pretty easy. It's in a green plastic bottle. If you'd prefer that you go out and look for it.
I did a lot of walking today.
Okay, you know what we can do?
What is that thing? It's driving me insane.
Oh, it's the cover for my. It's a supposed waterproof cover for my old GoPro that I dropped and haven't bothered to pick up because involves
it's
bending.
all the way down there.
Yeah, it's all the way.
Like,
it involves
it's
bending.
Insurmountable.
I know. It's a bad idea. No, I just worked out what I should do.
I have a grabber that I can use. It's
I should
this
get
long.
one. I know, in fact, we have some.
It's mostly a cat toy, but it's also I can pick stuff up off the ground.
So if we search Evil Tom Kitten, I set up this YouTube channel. Yes, look, see, found it.
Oh my god!
So far, there's only one video on there that.
Pat's here.
Pat's here. Hey, Pat, how you doing?
Oh, good.
Good. So I'm going to disappear for a second, but I'm going to do the debut of Evil Tom Kitten. So we'll do this. So there we go. Evil Tom Kitten. One video.
Oh, the cat. Oh,
Tom
that
Kitten
one.
stares into your soul for 1 hour.
Oh my god! What's the
What
soundscape?
is the other one?
Just like horror movie soundscape. And the zoom is so slow, you can't see that it's doing it.
Yeah.
But by the end of an hour, it's come right in.
Oh, that's great.
And so if you ever want something to lull you to sleep, you can just subscribe to Evil Tom Kitten. I'm going to progressively make maybe once a week. Week 2 will be 2 hours of this.
Yeah.
And then 3 up to. I'm going to eventually have a 10-hour one.
Yeah, and then
that's it. That's all that will ever be on the channel. I think.
Oh, I love it. Oh.
Although I might throw some surprises in. There's no surprises in this. It's just a really slow zoom in.
Yeah, jump scares or something. Or
well, full-on jump scares, but just because.
Just subtle. Subtle.
Just a video
like
of
Zuzu face.
Or just static and like when there's a sting in the music where it suddenly just do a video effect, just go and then back to
yeah.
Oh god, I just thought I made an old video once with a.
They can't see it.
Yeah, we're there.
Oh, okay. Oh,
hello. The weeping angels.
Yeah.
Where it's like the long shot of a weeping angel on the screen, and it's suddenly closer.
Yeah. Oh god. Might be. Be having.
So it was. Yeah, he suddenly. What are we doing? Okay, I'm going to pause Tom Kitten and move that, and we do this. There we are, because Pat came back. I'm just going to. Hey Jim, love the theme. Already too drunk to chat. Nice. All right, I'm going to make this cocktail as suggested by Dr. Abigail. So we got our pineapple.
Oh yeah. I have a best news.
What's your news, Pat?
Okay. The treaty not the 8. The treaty, yeah. The 28. I'll go see my doctor.
Ah, is this for the surgery?
Yep, that's on the treaty 8.
Yeah.
The treaty 7th. I'll go to the dog.
Doc
I
really
saw
doesn't
that.
like Tom Kitten, or is scared of Tom Kitten.
I'm kind of scared of Tom Kitten.
The eyes. It's the eyes.
It's a respectful kind of
Alright.
fear. Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
my dad my doctor SS my dad.
All right. So, well, your doctor's telling your dad what to do.
Yeah. No, the doctor. Yeah, no, my dad. No, I go. This the treaty night. No, no. It's treaty not 8 this month.
Okay. Oh well, we're
And oh yeah, that much that's back better.
okay. Gonna make everything better.
Yeah, I see you my dad falling down. So back.
Yeah, your dad's got a sore back.
Yeah, now it's that much better.
Oh, he's much better. Well, that's good.
Yeah, that much better. That one a little sore.
All right. Well, tell him we're all glad his back's better. Because we know he had before. Okay, get you a glass. I'm gonna have
Glass or glass?
I always say glass.
Yeah, old man, Jack. Oh man.
All right. So this is a daiquiri variation, basically. It's just added with the bitter agent just to make it a bit more complex.
Okay.
Dang.
It is a good mic. I'm impressed with the mic.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll just pour mine into this glass.
Ooh, my drink.
Yeah. So
That's
yeah.
my drink.
You can't put it through the screen, unfortunately, Pat.
We'll email you one.
Yeah.
Oh, better.
Well,
May I have a cherry?
Alright.
oh yeah. A little skewer. That's the jar there. You can
Ooh, yep.
see how many you get when you
Is
stab.
this one?
Yeah, that one. The other one's just got syrup in it.
Stab. Oh, what? I got one, but then I
Threw it off. All right.
Okay.
Ooh,
Oh,
yeah.
one. Yep.
There you go.
Nice.
Just drop that in.
Bloop.
Yeah, so this would be like a bitter daiquiri. It's not very bitter, but it's like I said, it's just putting a bit of complexity in the flavor.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Yeah, I don't know. They have my workout
Mm.
today.
Like that?
It's more complex.
Hmm.
Mm.
Yeah, because it depends on things.
Mm.
There is the bitter aperitivos are usually red in color. Campari's red. I used an Australian one, which actually I think is from around Melbourne. I'll double check. St. Felix, because I'm sure I've seen them at a market here in Melbourne. So this is what I used instead of Campari. So bitter citrus aperitivo. And you can see it is quite dark. That's why the drink's orangey. Because there's only a little bit in there. Okay. Fresh take on classic aperitivo style. We combine pot distillation and maceration to naturally extract medley of citrus flavors, which are balanced with complex and bitter roots and spices. Best enjoy on a glorious sunny day with a glorious pour over ice with soda water and a sliced orange. Where are these guys located? Mordialloc. They're just in Mordialloc.
Wow.
I thought so because I'm
Nice.
sure I've seen them at a local market. So
Well, it is delicious.
Hmm.
It's very drinkable.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Mm.
Mm. So look, I just feel like showing something again with the Tom Kitten. So like that's only played for 3 minutes, but see if we go here. That's at 53 minutes. It's that close, but it does it so slowly.
Yeah.
Which is, and it's worked great. It does exactly what I want. Like if you're looking at it, you can't see that it's zooming.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Almost like if someone left it and they didn't realize what it was doing, and they left the room for 15 minutes and came back and
what's going on?
Oh yeah, the music is actually with my editing software. They call it. Actually, is a really good spectrum of automatically looping music I use on all my videos, and they theme it, ethnic music, which again stereotypes.
Oh, Jesus, I'm going to crochet while we're talking.
Yeah, do it. But it's everything. It's it's American, Italian, French, sort of Caribbean vibe, Hawaiian vibe. And there's jazz themes. Ones that they just call music and TV, which are meant to be like the themes for TV or movies. That one is from the ambient collection. It's the spooky subsection of the ambient collection. And it automatically loops. Like you just say, make this go for 1 minute, and it will automatically make it 1 minute and will fade out at the end.
Cool.
It's not absolutely flawless. Sometimes it messes up, but and I think I worked out its limits about 10 minutes. So I had to record 10 minutes of it and then repeat that.
Does it is it only one track of loop, or does it randomly generate?
No, it's like you choose one track, although you can choose the elements yourself, but how it loops varies depending on how long you ask for the video to go.
Okay.
So
Pat's back.
Yes.
Yep, I'm back.
You're back.
We were just talking about your back.
Oh yeah, my back. My dad's back. Not me.
That actually works quite well. That's nice. Yeah, because flavored rums are often a bit, and I got that one from Bitters Lab, and it was actually a good price as well. Cool. Like, I was like, oh, that seems worth getting, because
I love pineapple rum,
and it's really good. I mean, it'd be easy to make your own, particularly a good flavor like you can basically cook pineapple, like put it on a hot plate or something, so it
Yep.
caramelizes a bit,
Oh, yeah.
and then put that in as an infusion and
Yep.
get that flavor through. I made a syrup that way, and it was really tasty. But
Yeah, I don't see your book.
the book,
Yeah, I don't see the book. This is the book.
the book,
The book.
the book. See, it's blank on the inside because
That's
it's for me.
cool.
It's for me to record all the best cocktail recipes in here. So build this up over
Ah,
years, and it will be a priceless
cool.
artifact of all the best drinks.
Righto.
I've had. So I already know, like a couple. I'll just go through because I already had a top 10 for last year. So the as we're saying, Snosberry Fizz is the first entry, and then the next ones I do will probably be the ones I rated as the top 10 from last year, and then I'll just think like, what are the ones I really like? Yeah, I'm not going to put like an old fashioned. Well, unless I come up with a good variation.
Yeah. I mean, it's your book. You can put.
Oh yeah, I can put whatever I want. But yeah.
Like, I mean, put
Yeah,
penises in the margins if you want.
Yeah,
like,
the monks did.
Yeah, I mean, you should see Da Vinci's notebooks.
Yes.
Like his journals had like shopping lists and shit next to priceless inventions that he'd drawn the specs for.
Yeah.
And like dirty limericks and penises.
Yeah.
So
well, he loved the dick.
He did like the dick.
Yeah.
he
maybe not as much as Michelangelo, but they were.
Oh, I think
were pretty much into the dick.
I mean, as they hated each other.
Yeah.
But they could agree that they both liked the dick.
Yeah, they were like
they were into the D.
A fine male nude form, purely artistic purposes. Nudge, wink.
Yes, in a very Catholic time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, out tomorrow.
You're going out tomorrow?
Yeah, my workout. No, not today. My workout's sick. Today.
Okay. Your work is sick.
I'm out tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what are you going to get up to? Shenanigans?
No, go bowling.
Going bowling shenanigans.
Yeah, again.
Nice.
Kick ass my workout again.
Isn't this when you don't go assassinating people because you are not the scariest world killer?
Doc.
I said don't. I said you don't do it.
That's what we always make a point of saying.
You don't do this stuff.
No, definitely.
And any questions raised by us saying that are answered by us saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, when the cops say, "Why do you keep saying he doesn't kill people?" That's a weird question.
Yeah,
because he doesn't.
You don't.
No.
Why do you keep telling people he's not the most feared hitman in the criminal underworld? Because he isn't. Why else would we say that? We haven't been threatened into silence.
We're
if that's what you're trying to imply.
Yeah, that's why we keep saying it over and over again.
2 times
off the hit list because there isn't one. So, sorry, Home Fielder, you got some new Archie Rose there, Rye. Which one was it? They got the award for best Aussie rye last year. They do good rye whiskies. Oh, AD like the D and the V. And
he would stick his D
and the
in
A and the
like,
M and the whatever.
Oh, he liked a T and a B and a D and a
it's all over it. Oh, okay. Look, honestly. Okay, look. I'll send you a sample of Lark. Lark is good. It's trading on its reputation, though. The price, it's not that much better than other whiskies. It's good, and we owe the entire Australian distilling industry to Bill Lark.
Really?
Yeah, because okay, so what was being distilled in Australia in the 80s, like Bundaberg rum, and Vock liqueurs, and probably some vodkas and whatnot. And I think the Beanley Rum Distillery in Queensland was also in operation, but it was very fringe. It's the oldest active distillery in Australia. I think Kirsten actually said it had distilling license 0002. It was like,
okay.
But anyway, so there was actually a weird law introduced at one point, like 100 years ago, that made small scale distilling illegal. It was like, big ones wanted to stamp out some competition and bribed politicians, and small scale distilling was actually explicitly illegal, so no one was doing it. And
what was the definition of small scale?
Oh, I know, I could look it up, but in the 90s, Bill Lark decided, he's in Tasmania, so this is like Scotland's climate. Why, it seems like a perfect place to make whiskey. Why aren't we doing it? And he looked up this weird law and he went, that's weird. That makes no sense. And it's just been on the books for 100 years and no one's challenged it.
Yep.
And he just lobbied politicians and said, can we change this law? Because it's stupid.
Yep.
And it didn't take long to convince the Tasmanian government to change the law. And he started up a whiskey distillery.
Yep.
And that proved to be very successful. Turns out he's a really good distiller.
Yeah. Well, that helps.
And it took about 10 years. And then there was an explosion, and the last 15 years has just seen an absurd amount, hundreds of distilleries.
Yeah, I mean, you could set one up anywhere.
You literally can.
Yeah, there's distilleries in tiny places all over Melbourne.
Yeah, well, when I was doing some gin comparisons a couple of weeks ago, I deliberately pulled out the guy literally does it in his garage, and he was selling it at the Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
You're allowed to do that?
We got the license to do it, yeah. And also, David Vitale, the Starwood founder, trained under Bill Lark in Tasmania.
Nice.
So Bill is all about everyone having a go.
Yeah, okay.
But like I said, having said that, Lark whiskey's definitely overpriced. It's definitely trading on its name, but also good luck to him, because we owe the entire modern Australian distilling industry to him.
Yeah, fair enough.
So actually,
go out and buy a bottle just for the sake of buying a bottle.
I've got one. Look, we'll do a Lark Symphony number 1.
Hey,
it's a blended whiskey.
I like the bottle. I think I used to have a bottle like that.
Yeah, that's what Lark bottles look like. That's their little gimmick. These 500ml bottles. So
the flat ones. They kind of look like hip flasks.
Yeah, they're like an oversized hip flask. Yeah. So.
Oh
yeah. So go for it.
Thank you.
So.
Okay, I got to get this off my nose.
Yeah. So it's got it. Yeah, we do the thing. This is the thing the guy from Bakery Hill said to do, and I think he actually might have spent some time in Tasmania too. And it's got a very Scotch that sort of heather honey.
But it doesn't annihilate your nostrils.
No, it's really pleasant.
It's like Scotch.
It's very much in the Scotch style. There's a little bit of smoke in this.
Yeah, not a lot. It's not Ardbeg.
No, it's
not fruity at all.
Yeah, it's very much in the style of Scotch. Very traditional sort of whiskey, that one.
It's nice.
It is really pleasant.
It
is really pleasant. Very easy to drink.
Yeah, it's subtly smoked.
Yeah,
and it's an easy to drink.
So you can definitely brew beer because they openly sell all the components for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you just can't sell what you.
No. It's because it's not dangerous to brew your own beer.
No, not really.
No, yeah.
There's no pressure involved.
Well, the to carbonate beer, the pressures involved won't destroy your house.
No,
or won't set things on fire.
As home brewers discover, will occasionally break bottles.
Yeah, or a window every now and then. The danger is in distilling. If you're distilling, then you could literally kill someone.
Yeah, it could explode.
It could explode.
Fire everywhere.
Or you could cause methanol poisoning.
Oh yeah, if you distill badly, it's poison.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or you could set fire to your house. Or it could explode.
Yeah. If it's under pressure, the explosion can be bad, but also high alcohol. Which can ignite.
What is that?
Hey. Hello.
Hello, Dr. Abigail.
Hello, Charlie. Home for the elderly. My cat dropped a pot plant on this project I'm working on.
Oh my god!
And so it's got
man.
on my leg.
That's
now.
such a cat thing to do.
Oh,
okay.
Bastard.
A beer selling license? Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah.
It probably costs quite a bit.
Yeah, and you have to to break even, you have to sell a lot of beer.
Yeah. That's why beer runs tend to be thousands of liters.
Yeah, beer inside the box.
Yeah. The old Vic Bitter Brewery is a nice building.
The one in Carlton?
Mm-hmm.
Is that it? The one that's Carlton United Brewery?
Yeah, they make VB.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that.
And Melbourne Draft. I don't know. Do they still make Melbourne Draft?
I think you still do see it sometimes. Yeah.
I can remember when I was, because my family grew up in, on my mother's side, grew up in Collingwood and around Abbotsford.
Yeah.
And smelling the smell of hops.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Because it was a weekly cycle.
Yeah.
And you know what stage they're at when you could from like neighborhoods away, you could smell the hops.
Yeah.
Okay. It was awful.
Oh yeah, it's rotten.
It's pungent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to get that in Sydney when I lived in Chippendale, Redfern, because the Tooheys Brewery was on Broadway, which was 1 to 2 suburbs away, depending where I was living. And if the wind was in a particular direction on a particular day, you would definitely smell the brewery.
Yeah, and the reason the brewery was where it was, was because they used the water from the Yarra.
Yeah,
it's right on the Yarra River.
Yeah,
which I don't think they did for much too long.
No, probably not.
But they did back in the 1900s when the early
slightly
1900s.
less pollution in the Yarra.
Yeah. Hey, Celtic King. I have a question for you, Celtic King. Did you get your Secret Santa gift yet?
Was he in the Secret Santa?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he was.
Did you get your Secret Santa, Celtic? Because
also,
I thought everyone had them now that I had mine.
Also, thanks for sending that $50.
The stuff that I got emotionally bullied into doing a shoey on New Year's Eve.
I didn't expect you to actually send it, and you did.
Okay,
cool.
You did receive it. Good.
Did you post a picture of it, and did you like what you received?
Not many people posted on the Discord, actually.
Come on,
kitten.
Come on.
Board up.
Okay. Oh, you don't have the app installed on this laptop?
No, I hate apps. I want to do websites.
You're so old.
I am. That's what comes.
Yeah, he's old man. He's old man.
What's that?
That's jukebox. Sorry, got my reading glasses.
No, that's okay.
Secret Santa.
Secret Santa was.
That's what I got.
That's what you got. That's what Ray's got. That's Pat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no. Strictly. So 4 people posted on there.
Yeah. So So just
I'll post the book tomorrow.
You post the book and just Celtic. I received my Secret Santa.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you like. So you liked it?
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, post it. I'll post mine.
It's mine.
Oh, also Celtic. You may have missed. I'm just showing this off again. 'Cause
Oh,
it's so
please
cool.
do. Yeah.
Okay. So
Well-
Dr. Abigail made this for me to back Pat up. But it's to put
Wow.
cocktail recipes in. You can see it. But with like the 3D printed bits around here, the cocktail logo,
Cherry.
hand stitched spine. It's just
Cotton writing paper.
and it's just beautiful and luxurious. And
Look, I can point out the mistakes if you want,
no,
because
those are artists. Anything like that is artistic expression.
it's not perfect.
No,
But I'm glad you like it.
But nothing's perfect, and that's the act of human creation.
I mostly do plain notebooks without embellishment.
Okay.
But I went to
You went to the next level for that.
I went extra for that.
Nice.
I don't normally put 3D printed shit on books, so
and I friggin' love the extra. It's nice.
well, that's why I asked about the Art Deco versus Art Nouveau
Right. Okay.
because of the embellishments, and
Nice.
corner protectors. Normally they would be made of brass,
Right.
but
That's a bit over the top. Yeah.
well, I don't own any,
don't own any brass.
so I just thought
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to 3D print them,
Yeah.
and then I had
nice
to-
stuff.
and I couldn't find any online, so I had to design them myself. And I had to design the pattern on them in
Nice.
CAD.
Oh, nice.
And
A real one of a kind.
and if you notice,
Yeah.
yeah, these are different to that. This corner
Yeah.
is actual that's not a rounded edge, and this has a corner piece on both
Yeah.
sides.
Yeah.
And this is only on one side.
Right.
So I had to design this separate to that, and I had to mirror that.
Yeah.
So it's all happening.
It's a whole thing.
And
And
don't even start on how the hell I glued that
yeah,
centered on there.
I know. Oh God, for your ADHD mind, that must have been really stressful.
I have pictures of how I did that. It took me an hour because it's the ADHD perfectionism
Yes, yeah.
that made me take so long to do that, because the only way to affix plastic to book cloth is
Yeah.
super glue,
Yeah, of course.
and super glue doesn't have a long open time.
No. It's a pretty narrow window.
It's measured
Yeah.
in seconds.
Yeah.
And so I took pictures of the process, and there's a lot of masking
Yeah.
involved, and I used I'll tell you what, I'll show you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I'll show you, because it's a process.
It is.
So I had little bits of
Show that on there. It's sort of.
I don't know if they can see it.
Yeah, you should post these things to the Discord as well, actually. So
Yeah.
people
So
can see what it went through.
I masked off areas of the book where I didn't want
Didn't want any super glue.
I didn't want this to glue to the book.
Yeah,
So if I accidentally got bumped by my cat,
which happens. Yeah,
it would glue to the
Masking
masking tape.
yeah,
And if that happened, I would just 3D print another one.
yeah,
And these little peg things
yeah.
are offcuts of book card
Okay.
that I just stuck on to point where to point.
How to actually get the positioning?
Yeah.
No.
Which I measured with a ruler.
I bet you did. Yeah.
Down to the millimeter. So yeah, and that was that was while I was printing the other corner pieces.
You know what I have to put now that it's so incredible. What I have to put serious consideration into. And I've got to get something out of the cupboard to explain what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
In terms of writing in recipes.
And because I love him so much, this is my cat.
Yeah, I know that. I saw the cat.
Big Cat. So I have to decide: am I going to handwrite in the recipes, or will I try and convince Mrs. Angry to? This is I'm not even sure how. Oh, yeah, I think it's coming up. Mrs. Angry did this label for some wine that she made herself. This is a fennel.
Have a look.
Yeah.
Did she do the art around the sides too?
I believe that might be clip art.
Nice.
Yeah, I think the art around the sides is clip
Fennel
art.
used in a
It
strong
matches the text so well.
Yeah,
So she hand wrote that, or
I believe so. Yes.
because that is amazing.
Yeah, and the label on the back, I've got it.
May I?
Yeah,
Oh. Wow.
we've got actually. This is something that we're probably going to uncover as we do our organising. Several boxes of a homemade wine.
Wow.
So yeah.
I'm just the handwriting
is beautiful.
Amazing.
Yeah,
that is impressive.
And I had a mead that she made, but it says on the back, the wine being strong but in no way dangerous must be used gently or there will be some regret.
Yes.
So when it was made under the dominion of Mercury, it has the magical powers of protection, healing virtues, cureth the serpent bite, stays the hiccup. Spelt hiccough, of course.
Yeah.
Old way. The organic. So what's in it is fennel, licorice, anise, grape, lemon, sugar, and yeast. And then it's also written, please return bottle to source, because she was going to make some more. But cool. We've got it. So I could use this, and I have used this in cocktails, like in place of vermouth or other sort of flavored, aromatized wines.
That was an amazing cocktail.
Yeah, it was a good suggestion. It worked really well.
I made one too.
You made one too? Hey.
So mine was pretty simple. I just was 2 ounces, 60 mils of the pineapple rum, half an ounce, 15 mils of the bittersweet aperitivo, half an ounce of lime juice, and half an ounce of sugar syrup, which is actually lime oleosaccharum, which you make by covering lime peel in sugar, which draws the oils out of the peel and then liquefies. Yes. And so it has a very light lime flavor, but it's not just lime juice, it's the lime oil, and there's a certain sort of consistency in there. It's very nice sugar syrup.
I've made syrups before too.
Yeah.
I remember making strawberry syrup, mango syrup.
Yeah. Any fruit basically.
Yeah. I've made tepache.
Oh, I haven't made tepache in ages because pineapples have been really expensive for a couple of years.
Yeah.
It's like I walked into the supermarket once and I was like, oh, look how cheap that pineapple is. I'm getting it. I'm making tepache.
Yeah.
I mean, I also chopped the pineapple up and juiced it and I had juice and I made a syrup from the pulp and I made tepache from the rind. And it became a joke with the other YouTubers who have cocktail channels because I kept saying look what else I made with the $2 pineapple. I'm just maxing this out. It's
you're on camera.
I made juice. Hi. I made syrup. Hey, Soph, how's it going?
Hey, hello.
And
how's it going?
The bench over there, but it's too full to even pick it up. So you got to sip it down.
We're not the same person. We're proving it by being in the same place at the same time.
Oh, but with AI these days, the mirror image. And...
Fair point.
True.
Point.
Yeah.
You can't believe anything.
But with a head like that.
Yeah, it's almost like a printing error on my head. Expensive. Like pineapples are normally like $4 or $5 each, depending what the size
that
is.
one's strong.
And they can
Does it
be
need more sugar syrup?
No, it's all right. It's just strong.
Okay.
Compared to how you usually make it.
Yeah, I put an extra shot in. Yeah.
I had a feeling.
So, Celtic, you saw VD's mum. He was assaulted the other day. because he was being abusive. Yeah, and that's the problem with being belligerent and abusive. You do it to the wrong person who doesn't want to put up with your bullshit.
And then
that's the classic fuck around and find out scenario.
Yeah. There's a graph of fuck around versus find out, and you don't want to be on that line.
But the weirdest thing is he's found out several times, but he won't stop fucking around.
You've got to learn your place on the line.
Yeah.
So
it's just definitely hope that he kind of pulls the shit together. Maybe he gets the appropriate medication.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, no, absolutely for real.
Yeah,
everyone's he keeps fucking around, keeps finding out, but it doesn't. Some people, once they find out, go, "Ooh, I should not fuck around anymore."
Yeah,
he is not a good learner.
There is a time and a place for everything.
Yeah,
but there's always an exception to that rule, and sometimes there's not a time for anything.
Oh, there are certain things that there's never a time for.
There's never a time for, yes.
Our boy seems to be stuck into, there's never a time for that, pal. What are you doing? So we're talking about, Pat's just he's back.
That was quick.
Had a PC for 11 years.
Sorry, Safa's talking about computers and e-waste, how much e-waste is being created because Windows 11 came out.
Oh, because of the PC requirements for what is it? The security chip thing on the CPU.
He's got it. That's it.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. There's a requirement. Windows 11 has to be running on a new CPU, and by new I mean a certain generation.
Yeah.
Because it has to be compliant to this security spec. And
I was just in the middle of typing to saying, I've had a computer for 11 years, and if they didn't force me to upgrade because they were closing down Windows 10, I think I would have gone for another 2 or 3 more years on that computer. It was quite satisfying.
Well, I mean, even if my PC is compatible with Windows 11, I still refuse to upgrade to Windows 11. I will go to Linux before I go to Windows 11.
Why not? Why don't
in a heartbeat.
Understandable.
The only thing stopping me from going to Linux now is because I just don't have the headspace to learn a new OS. I know how Windows works.
Yeah, exactly.
I tried doing that back in 2006. I tried to learn Red Hat. You remember Red Hat?
Oh my gosh, Red Hat. Oh wow.
Yeah, I tried Ubuntu back way back in the day. I'm talking oh god, it was 15 years ago.
Yeah, I was about to say that could have been as far back as the 90s.
No, it was 15, 16 years ago. And I gave up. It was so hard.
Yeah.
But nowadays apparently it's really good. Pop OS is apparently almost seamless, and it'll run Steam, and it'll run pretty much every game on it, or most games.
Most games, okay.
Your experience is a lot different nowadays. So
somewhat
come
related.
a long way, since 2010,
somewhat related.
I went to Windows 11 and just set up a automatic rebooter that computer reboots, through Task Scheduler at 5 a.m. in the morning before I get up, and then when I get up, it's a brand new computer ready to go.
So saying 5 a.m. in the morning is completely redundant because there is no 5 a.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So you just say either 5 a.m. or 5 in the morning. You don't say 5 a.m. in the morning.
One of those ATM machines people as well?
Yes, I am.
Oh, God, yeah.
If
someone talks about remembering their PIN number for the ATM machine, physical violence is next.
And saying shit like 5 a.m. in the morning will get you on blast. I will... You're lucky you're not here in person, because you would have an Abigail hand slap mark on your face.
Another good one is when someone's talking about something dramatic happening and they go, "I literally died." Did you? Like
Yeah.
AZ could get away with saying that,
Yeah, right.
but precious few other people.
What's worse is that there is a song that I like that has a lyric with a time AM in the morning.
Yeah.
And it just it boils my blood, but I like the song, and it just I like the song, and I just don't know what to do with that.
And of
It's
course, the classic is Alanis Morissette's "Ironic," which doesn't have a single example of irony in it.
Yeah. Even the updated version doesn't have irony in it.
But the one, like you say, like, the classic, the chorus line, "Rain on your wedding day," that could be ironic if, for instance, say, let's say the father was a farmer whose farm had been in drought for 5 years, and he'd been praying for rain to save the farm, and it wasn't happening, and it rained and saved the farm, but destroyed his daughter's wedding.
Yeah,
that would be ironic.
That would be ironic. Yes,
but not just raining on your wedding.
I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Charlie. I didn't mean to come at you so hard, but
survive.
Well,
I'm just like, seeing we're talking about music, maybe we should break out something that Angry's got.
Oh, the CDs.
Oh, you've got a big box of CDs there. I did see that. And
so I found another box of CDs. Oh shit!
Oh, that was only my.
Okay, don't break anything because of me.
Okay.
Especially that bag.
Did Charlie see the book?
Yeah, you saw the book, didn't you, Charlie?
The book that Abigail made for you. Yeah.
Cool. Did Sophie see the book?
No, Sophie has not seen the book. She is de-winding down from work at the moment.
Sure, that's fair.
Well, of but one mind, and that's talking about her day in scrutinous detail.
Sure.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, that's fair. But if Safa, I think a cat walked over your keyboard.
He's interested in the CDs.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you know I had that happen to me on a Slack channel?
I'm sure it did.
But it was for the Greens official.
Oh wow!
Camp, like during an election campaign.
Slightly distracting.
And it was like, I mean, they all loved it. They all thought it was funny and I was mortified.
Yeah, that's the way that usually.
And
goes.
he put his freaking fat paw on enter as well, we went out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is what you think I'm going to keep crocheting.
This is going to be mainly 80s and 90s stuff, of course, because it's me.
Gee, what a change.
What a change, yeah. So, okay. Classic from the 80s, Everything But the Girl. One of their early albums, Love Not Money. What are the best tracks on this? I think probably Ballad of the Times or Angel, the last track, Angel, was a good one. This is not my favorite Everything But the Girl album, but it's a good one.
I remember that band, but I don't remember any of their songs.
They did that Missing song, and I Miss You.
Yeah, that was probably their biggest commercial hit. This is a later album called Everything But the Girl Amplified Heart. This has Missing on it. This is the album that Missing is on.
So Missing isn't missing from that album.
Not from this album.
Not from that one, just the good version.
Yeah, and they even have the Todd Terry Club mix as an additional.
Oh, it does have the good version then. Okay, yeah.
So it's
not missing from that one.
It's got the album version and the club remix. Oh, who remembers this crew? EMF. Unbelievable.
Oh, God.
Unbelievable.
I don't believe it.
Yeah. So that's the one everyone remembers from the album. Great album name, Schubert Dip, as opposed to Sherbet Dip. It's Schubert Dip.
Has it got a barcode on the back?
Does it have? Yes, it has a barcode on the back.
Okay, so here's something I've learned recently. I've been collecting CDs and using Discogs to catalog them and stuff like that.
Yes.
One thing I've learned lately is CDs with no barcode are worth sometimes over $100 each.
Wow. Okay.
Really?
Yeah. Free barcode, not because it was so cheap it never got a barcode made for it. I mean, like, when it
Okay.
came out before 1990, I think we started bringing in barcodes
Okay.
around 88, you know.
All right.
You're
So
unbelievable.
there's a few compilations going to be in here as well. A little bit of a story with this one, Sound of Dubstep. I got this for a road trip with some younger YouTubers, and like this is a long time ago, like 15 years ago. And I don't know, they said something about, do you have any dubstep? So I specifically went out and got Ministry of Sound dubstep.
I can be young and hip.
Wow.
And they appreciated that I put the effort into getting a dubstep. It's a double CD, 50 tracks.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, I like dubstep actually.
Can you name your favorite song?
Oh, I'd be real cliche that I'm Skrillex which is
enough.
super cliche. But I do
Look,
actually
if you like it, you like it. Maybe he's well known for a reason.
Yeah. No,
What
don't
song
know
was
what I
it
did
called?
with my phone again.
Well, I picked up my phone, so
I think I put my phone over here. Oh God, what did I do with my friggin' phone?
do you want me to
Honestly.
ring you?
Oh no, it's over here.
Oh.
Here we go.
It usually takes too long.
So it's like in tiny little letters. So are there any tracks I recognize? Yale, Marco, Bonjour. I do kind of remember them. Bonjour. Skrillex is on here. Scary Monsters are nice sprites. I actually like that one. That's the one where the video clip is like a child molester follows a little girl down in a cellar, but she's actually a demon who lures child molesters down there. And
That's just the plot of Abigail.
yeah, basically. So this actually has some Skrillex, and it's got NERD, freestylers. There's a few I recognize on there actually. Okay. So speaking of compilations, Alternative Nation. This is a 5-disc set.
I can I have a look at that when you're done?
Yeah. And this has got just Pixies. So it's got disc 1 is Pioneers. Disc 2 is Australian 1990s. Disc 3 is International 1990s. Disc 4 is Australia 2000s. Disc 5 is International 2000s. So it's a really good mix. Like Pioneers is like Pixies, Violent Femmes, James Addiction, Jesus and Mary Chain, Romeo Void.
Stray Cats.
Australia 1990s, UMI, Regurgitator, Silverchair, Frentaber. It's actually a really good compilation that covers like 3 decades.
Oh, Blister in the Sun. Oh my god.
It's the classic.
Ugh.
Oh, and this one's a CD single. Shane McGowan and Nick Cave doing a duet of It's a Wonderful World.
Hot take.
Hmm.
I don't like Nick Cave.
He's not a great person.
I don't like his music.
I like some of his music.
I don't like any of his music.
So, well, I do.
And that's my opinion.
And that's fine. That's
And
we always
I'm
say
entitled to my opinion.
we always say that about art and entertainment.
Yep.
It's a subjective experience.
And I cannot stand his music and his vibe.
He's not a great person.
And yeah, everything about him, his look, his vibe, and his music. Can't stand him.
Love Red Right Hand.
Oh, I can't stand that song.
All right.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's like
I like his Old
It's like-
Testament Elvis parable, Tupelo. Look yonder.
it's like nails in my skull.
Okay.
I can't handle Nick Cave.
What's interesting, their duet of It's a Wonderful World is quite good. Then they do covers of each other's song. Nick Cave does one of the best Pogue songs, Rainy Night in Soho, and fucking butchers it. It is not a good version. Shane McGowan sings a Nick Cave song that I'm not familiar with called Lucy, but it's quite good.
Cool.
But yeah, fucking Nick Cave butchers Rainy Night in Soho. All right, what do we got now? Oh no, it's not compilation. It's the Crystal Method.
Hey, the Crystal Method.
Yeah,
Nice.
this is for their Australian tour,
I saw them live once.
Vegas. This is a
I
good.
got it. And all I got was a sticker that I put on my computer at the time.
Oh, the standout Trip Like I Do.
Yeah.
There was also a really good version on the Spawn soundtrack there was that thing in the 90s of like sci-fi-ish comic book soundtracks where they'd pair an indie artist with a hardcore or metal artist, and there were some extremely good results. And the version of Trip Like I Do on the Spawn soundtrack is probably better than the original.
You know, this entire compilation CD is pretty much my childhood.
I know, it's awesome.
It's
80s,
amazing.
90s, noughties. It's really good.
It is.
If you want to borrow it and rip it, go for it.
Especially like disc 1 and 2 is like my teenage years, my formative years.
Yeah.
Can you do me a favor? Take a picture
and like
and any that take your fancy, we'll do a thing. Okay, so
awesome.
so we can gloss past this one really quickly. The best of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
No such. That is a contradiction in terms.
So okay, the ones I genuinely it's 16 tracks. The ones that I genuinely like: Deanna, Red Right Hand, Tupelo, Into My Arms, Do You Love Me, The Mercy Seat, The Weeping Song, The Ships. The Wild Rose. Honestly, the duet with Kylie Minogue. I do
just
like
shits
it.
me to tears.
Yep, no,
like,
and that's
just
fine.
Drown them. Just they sound like they're drowning anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
Abigail,
yeah.
do me a favor and take a picture of that alternative CD and put it on Discord for me, please.
Will do.
The track listing is
I'd really
just.
love to see that
Track listing is really good.
This one, the 5
Yeah.
CD. I thought you were going to make a comment about my running commentary about Nick Cave.
I have no problem with you not liking Nick Cave whatsoever. He is not my favorite artist by a long shot.
Yeah. So this one's Block Party. This is, I think, is their second album. This has got my favorite Block Party song on it, The Prayer. I fucking love that song. And this was a special one. There's also a DVD that was them playing live in the studio for a Channel 4 thing in England.
Trying to get a shot without too much reflection.
Reflection, yeah, that's the trick with CDs. It's not easy. Did you say Adair is the favorite song on that, is it?
No, The Prayer, as in I am praying to the sweet baby Jesus.
Yeah, because
Not
Flux
what they
is the
say in
most
the song.
popular one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to post it to the Jukebox channel.
Yeah. I just love the chorus, the line of "Tonight make me unstoppable." It's a good get up and go. Oh, I was so into these guys in the 90s, Consolidated. This sort of radical, they're American industrial techno radical left politics though, which is so, and their first couple of albums between tracks was open mic stuff from their sets where people would come on and which is why this is called Play More Music, because they were doing the politics in the show and people would jump on the microphone and go, play more music.
I haven't seen that yet and I'm already laughing.
I have to admit, I don't like. Okay, whatever guy's laughing at, you might have seen it on the Discord. Ray's posted a thing, All the Jedi rip on Ray. I didn't like it because all it made me think of was fuckhead MRAs.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Which is not.
So it's misogynistic.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
It's just saying like you're a shit character with no character development.
Oh.
So you might find it very funny.
Yeah, okay.
But I just couldn't enjoy it because all it made me think of was the fuckhead MRAs on the internet.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
Where did he post that? In General Neuro?
General Neurospicy. Oh, did you see the satellite picture of the LA fires?
Yeah, and they haven't stopped. It's like destroyed thousands of buildings.
It's entire suburbs.
Yeah, just gone.
Like
it's like our Black Saturday fires, basically.
But instead of bushfire, it's like neighborhood fires.
And some of the most expensive areas of LA too, the Pacific Palisades. A lot of really famous people had their multi-million-dollar houses destroyed.
Yeah. And these satellite fires, you can see the street grids just in fire.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
It's mad.
So I'm trying to think what's on this consolidated.
Gorillas in the Mist is the most popular song, and You Suck.
Oh, with the Yeasty Girls, yes.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about you. Yeah.
The track they give a track listing to the people talking. Yeah,
I'm still
the Yeasty
reacting
Girls.
to the Yeasty Girls.
They were a female hip hop sort of reacting against the Beastie Boys.
Yeah,
obviously.
okay.
The Yeasty Girls. You suck. Work hard. Go down, baby. It's very funny, actually, the song You Suck. But they give the talking bits.
Get a taste of the Yeasty Girls every now.
Yeah. The talking bits get track listings. Like the first track is called Industrial Music is Fascism. And like someone gets on the microphone and just goes, "You guys come here and say this fascism. Well, well, you just have to live with the fact industrial music is fascism." So there. And someone's going, whatever. And one of the guys in the band just grabs the microphone and goes, "That guy is the first bit on the next record." And he is.
Yeah, he was.
And
De La Soul did shit like that on their records.
Yeah.
Just
Crazy
other
Iron
track listings like, "This isn't a fucking press conference," which is one of the. But good tracks. You Suck is very good. Our Crack House is really good, actually. Gorillas in the Mist is really good.
It's not a crack house, it's a crack home.
It's a crack home.
And did you hear that speaking of Gorillas in the Mist, what's her name?
Diane, what's her name?
The doctor who inspired that movie got a Presidential Medal of Freedom.
Oh, good for her.
One of Joe
It's
Biden's...
just Biden just doing a whole bunch of stuff before he dips out.
Yeah. And so did Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Nice. I just thought track 16 on here is called "I Reckon You Should Shut the Fuck Up and Play Some More Music."
Yeah. Nice.
It's just I just love that they give the rants track listings on there. They stopped doing it in their later albums, but the first couple albums all have them. Oh, okay. Here's an obscure one that I probably don't remember. Post-punk, original anthems from the 70s and 80s post-punk scene. 3 discs. It's got the classics: Bauhaus, Theater of Hate, Pixies, Jesus and Mary Chain, Joy Division, The Fall, Pure Ubu. Yeah, this is sort of very hipster post-punk, late 70s. Yeah, late 70s, early 80s.
One thing I've learned watching you do these CDs is just how much you know about punk music.
Well, I was late. Like, I didn't get into punk seriously. I was into it a little bit in high school, but I didn't get into it seriously until college, which was a few years late, but I got into it.
And I'm more skater punk and
alternative
and punk rock and pop punk.
So Autographed, Who Killed Amanda Palmer?
Whoa, that's awesome.
Which I got when she toured years ago, and I've got all video from going to the show.
That's amazing.
New Year's Eve with Amanda Palmer and Neil Gaiman. Don't have heroes, everyone.
Yeah.
Neil Gaiman, awful person.
So,
okay. Story. So, Runs in the Family.
Fun story. Fun story. That very same party that you went to,
New Year's Eve, Trash Marsh.
Yeah. I dated someone who went to that.
Okay.
And she told me that during the countdown to New Year's Eve, Neil Gaiman was in the middle of a speech to the audience.
Yeah.
And everyone interrupted him to do the New Year's Eve countdown.
Yeah. And
he got annoyed at everyone for interrupting him.
Yeah.
And for the rest of the night, he was just dirty on everyone.
Okay.
And I remember you posted a video where you were sitting on the couch with them both.
Yeah.
Both Amanda and...
Yeah, that was pre-show, yeah.
Oh, that was pre-show.
That was pre-show.
He looked annoyed.
I thought he was okay.
He looked annoyed then. That's why.
But that was the meet and greet pre-show, so he'd been doing it 20 times.
Oh, okay. So that's why he's annoyed.
Yeah.
But anyway, he was dirty on everyone.
Yeah.
And how dare they like interrupt his speech
Yeah.
for the
New Year's Eve
countdown. Like, how fucking prima donna do you want to get?
Yeah. Oh, fun fact, which I'm sure I've mentioned on streams in the past. A dude was hitting on me at this gig. I'm there by myself. He was with his girlfriend because I met them when they were together. And then this dude, he was younger than me, and he was full on hitting on me. And I'm like, what can I say? Animal magnetism. And I was even kind of saying things like, should you be ignoring your girlfriend? And, oh, she'll be fine. And I was like, Jesus. And we were talking, and one of the guys who was one of the support, what was his stage name? The Bedroom Philosopher was one of the support acts. And he got, actually, this guy kept talking to me. I was actually trying to record what was on stage. And hey, Rain, by the way.
Hi, Rain.
He was trying to, he kept talking, and I'm like, I'm really trying to record this, and you're just talking because you're hitting on me. But at one point we were talking, and it's when Neil Gaiman was on stage. This was not at the midnight things. This is doing some things, and so, oh yeah, I've been a fan of his for ages. And this guy decides we shouldn't be talking. And like, you know, you're at this New Year's Eve party thing, and he's just getting like, oh, if you're such a fan, you shouldn't be talking. And I think he thought that was going to be it. And I just went in his face. It's a party. Fuck off, you fucking piece of shit. I just got right up in his face. Like, I kind of wanted the guy to stop anyway because he's just trying to hit on me while I'm trying to. But then this guy's just going, you shouldn't be talking. And I went, it's a fucking party. Fuck off. And he was not expecting that.
That's amazing.
That was fun.
She did a lot of collabs with Ben Folds.
She did. She actually collabed with a lot of people.
Yeah. She's got an amazing voice.
So that was in the gift pack. Again, possibly a questionable person as well.
Yeah. Did you hear about her Kickstarter? Back in the day.
I think a lot of people unnecessarily shit talked her over that, and I think there was an enormous amount of jealousy and ignorance involved.
I agree. I don't know the full story, and I'm willing to take the benefit of the doubt on that because I don't know the full story. So all I've heard are rumors and speculation.
In short, it was a spectacularly successful Kickstarter.
It was, and it
raised over $1 million.
Got what it intended to do done.
Yep,
but
made
also,
an album.
It made the album and everything, but also, like, I don't, because she used some of the funds to pay personal bills off.
Well, yeah.
So, which wasn't part of the intent of the Kickstarter.
Okay.
And I don't know enough about the story. I haven't read was she upfront about that? I don't know.
Well, she didn't breach any of the terms of the Kickstarter.
No, she didn't. And
it's just like, I made some money. And
Yeah.
as she pointed out, because that Kickstarter was so successful, she was able to focus on that album and whatnot.
Yeah.
And she said, in the end result, when I paid everyone and I did that and paid production, I made about as much as I make in a normal year.
Fair enough.
And it's just like, there was definitely a bunch of petty jealousy.
Yeah.
Something that people raised, because what she had always done when touring was when she went to cities, she's like, hey, does anyone want to come and play at the show? We always get people. And she doesn't pay them. Right?
Yeah, okay.
And people got upset because this was just after she'd had this really successful. But this is something she'd always done, and she didn't realize people were going to make a big scene about it because she'd been doing it for years.
Yeah.
And you can question that, I think.
Fair enough.
But
I mean, I don't know enough about it. I mean, I was genuinely asking you if you.
Oh yeah. No. But it was just like she was a Kickstarter, and she delivered all the rewards for the Kickstarter, and it's just like, oh, really? She used the money to live? Fucking wild!
Yeah. And it was in the early days of Kickstarter.
It was.
Well.
It was
the wild
one
west
of the first really successful Kickstarters.
Yeah.
And considering the number of high-profile people who did Kickstarters at about the same time and made a bunch of money and absolutely failed to deliver a goddamn thing, particularly on the gaming front.
Yep.
Really big name people
Yep.
had really successful Kickstarters, and absolutely failed to deliver anything.
Mm.
And that just kept happening.
And also considering Star Citizen is still a thing. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh, not specifically.
Oh God, Star Citizen is a computer game.
Yeah, it sounds vaguely familiar.
It's been basically kickstarted for 10 years.
Right, it's one of those ones that never happened.
It's an open. It's an MMO.
Yeah.
Open world space simulator game.
Yeah.
But they started selling chips that you can buy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
For thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Real money. To fund more development.
Yeah.
And I'm talking multiple thousands of dollars per chip.
Yeah.
And they still haven't released the game. And at that point, and I'm talking like a couple of years ago, it was like still on time.
Yeah.
And yeah, like 10, 15 years later, it's still just a trash fire. And people have started just another Daikatana. I guess.
But at least that delivered a game, didn't it?
Did it?
Well, it was a shit game by all accounts.
I mean, Star Citizen is playable if you ignore the bugs.
Yeah.
I think that like it was too ambitious. It was the developers were well, not even the developers, the people who were running the project were too emotionally invested in it, and their scope was just so massive, and they were so passionate about it. They wanted everything, and they started selling these ships to fund development, but then they put all the development into more ships to get more to get more money, and they just started eating their own tail. And people started having it. They needed proper management. Not passion management. So after like a decade of development, it was it's just a shit show. I don't know the state of it. I haven't been looking into it after so long.
But the Amanda Palmer one, in short, delivered everything that it promised to.
Good
so
to know.
it's kind of like,
look,
shut the fuck up how they spent the money.
Yeah, like, I mean, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew she paid some bills. I knew that they were significant debts as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
She's a musician.
Yeah.
Give her some slack. Musicians don't make money.
Exactly.
And like, I didn't know how much she'd made from the Kickstarter, but I knew she'd delivered. So like, if she'd made enough to then like live, I was willing to give her that.
That's what she basically said at the end of it. It's like, I end up with as much income as I got in a typical year, but I didn't have to do anything else. I didn't have to do the gigging and whatnot because I was focused on the album. Yeah,
and well, if the point of it was to deliver an album, and you deliver the album, then what the hell are people worried about?
Oh, because people are fuckwits, basically.
Okay.
People are petty and very quick to judge and whatnot.
Look, I'd still fuck her.
She'd be up for it.
I hope so. I mean, in a completely like cuddle and
no, she's
kiss and cuddle and
fairly
make
pansexual
love.
as far as I understand.
Well, I mean, not that she'd be watching or anything.
Or is she?
Is Amanda Palmer? If you're watching, let's go out on a date. See if we click.
Yeah.
And let's do it. Let's do this.
Speaking of Kickstarters, probably I didn't actually contribute to that Kickstarter. I bought the album after it came
Okay,
out.
yeah.
I do have it. It might even be in this box.
Ooh.
Uh,
I don't even remember what it was
one
called.
Theatre is Evil. There are some really good tracks on it. There's some tracks I really like on it.
Well, being freed from the need to tour and like raise funds and
Yeah.
like that. I mean, Kickstarters are hard.
Yeah, there's a
And-
huge amount of overhead.
Yeah, like I mean, freeing yourself from like touring and shit,
Yeah.
and just immersing yourself in the creative process must be freeing.
Yeah.
But running a Kickstarter is hard.
Yes.
It's
Rain-
work.
Rain's in a snowstorm. We are getting 30 to
What?
35 Celsius for a week.
Yeah, we're like I had to flee my apartment. That's why I'm here. I left my cat at home and he was like melting.
Yeah.
Like
He's-
cats are normally a liquid, but
Yeah.
he was a gas at some point.
Yeah. There's a lot of fur.
Yeah.
Really feeling it.
Yeah.
So possibly the only Kickstarter I've seriously gone
Oh.
into was the original Exploding Kittens one.
I backed that too.
Yeah.
Did you get the Not Safe for Work expansion as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
And
that.
The thing I loved about that, because that was like their target was $10,000.
Oh,
and it got like $15 million or something.
they were the biggest.
They were the biggest
Kickstarter.
success story ever.
Yeah.
And there was this awesome update letter that arrived. You're like, okay, so
Yeah.
this was really oversubscribed. So that meant we had to talk to a printer and it had to go to this. And they're basically saying the success was made everything more difficult. And we hadn't planned for that. We hadn't planned for that. And honestly, after all these things, the news is, and you're expecting it's going to be delayed 6 months. The news is it's going on time. And it's like, how did you?
Yeah.
And the other thing they did, the original box meows when you open it. They did that because they were just a bit freaked out because the base costs were here. So it's like if they got the $10,000, they would have just come out ahead. The more they raised, the more the profit margin went up. And so it starts getting this over $10 million thing. And they're getting literally millions of dollars in profit. And they're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they said,
not only that, Kickstarter themselves were like flabbergasted.
Yeah. And they unadvertised did this extra thing where the box meows when you open it. Cost them $1 million to do. And it was literally because they're just going, we're making too much money. This was just an experiment that we thought might work.
Yeah.
And it was just absurdly
and it's
successful.
just the guy who did
the oatmeal.
The oatmeal.
He was the only one with a name, but it was his friends who were game designers.
Yeah.
Who knew how to design.
And he just did the art.
Yeah. And since then they've like released 6 other games that have all been just crazy successful.
Yep.
Netflix series, which was
I didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I made a point of watching all of it.
Okay. The God one?
The God one, yeah.
I didn't watch it.
It's not terrible, but it's kind of like I've been catching up on Bob's Burgers, which I love, and I realized because there's like 5 seasons I haven't seen.
Oh God, I've only watched the first season.
Oh, there's like 12 seasons.
I know.
Yeah.
Like I only have so much life.
Exactly. And I've been really enjoying that. But again, it's not so much, I laugh uproariously through it, but I do laugh, but it's more, I love these characters so much. And the scripts are really good. The stories are really out there.
Yeah.
I watched one of the recent South Parks today.
Yeah.
Didn't laugh. It's like not even close. It's like, oh, you're doing social commentary.
Yeah. They do. That's all they do now.
And that's kind of, there was the episode called The End of Obesity.
Yeah.
Where it's about Ozempic. And they're saying like,
that's like 6 months old now.
It is now. Yeah. It's been out for a while. And it's like, oh, it's the alternative to the weight loss medication. You should get prescribed Lizzo. And it's just like, you listen to Lizzo and you just don't give a fuck what your body shape is, which is pretty funny. And like Lizzo actually did a reaction to that when they said, and she just laughed and went, that's awesome.
Fair enough.
But I didn't get a single, like, not even close to a laugh out of it. Oh, you're doing social commentary. I might watch the one which is ripping the piss out of the YouTubers like Logan Paul.
Oh,
For
okay.
their energy drink. It's called Cred. But it's kind of like, Home for the Elderly is asserting that recent Simpsons are really funny, and
There's some that are just like artistically funny, and then there are some that are cookie cutter awful.
Yeah, but I watched 3 or 4 episodes from the last couple of seasons, and I was like, okay, these are quite well put together. Oh yeah, you're doing the social commentary. It's actually reasonably incisive social commentary, and I like the characters. I got maybe one good laugh a show.
Mhm.
The one I quite liked was when Homer's a crossing guard, and it was just a metaphor for the horrifying militarization of the police in the US.
Okay.
Because he keeps getting his budget expanded and expanded, and he just gets crazy, and it's a metaphor for the militarization of the police. But the one bit that made me laugh, because the cops were jealous because the crossing guards were getting more funding than they were, and the big thing was, they sit on a lawn chair with a megaphone, and at one point, when Homer's at home, a mangled lawn chair gets thrown through his front window with "touchable" written on it. Like from the Untouchables, and I just lost it. You haven't seen the Untouchables?
No.
Okay, well, it's because the whole thing when the mafia do murder one of, spoiler alert for the 30-year-old film. I won't say who, but they do murder one of Elliot Ness's crew, who have been known as the Untouchables. And when his dead body's in an elevator, and the elevator doors open, and written in blood on the wall is "touchable."
Fair enough.
And there was just a thing where Homer's mangled lawn chair gets thrown through his window with "touchable" scrawled on it, and I just cracked up. Okay, left field pop culture reference I didn't see coming.
Love a good pop culture reference.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Can I trouble you for a drink?
Yes. Do you want non-alcoholic or alcoholic?
Alcoholic.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Oh, hell yes. Let's make a drink. I have watched Squid Game, so no spoilers.
Oh, I have seen that. I watched that.
Yeah. I think they have done a pretty good job. And I like literally don't want to say anything because I didn't know anything about it. Some stuff I kind of saw coming, but because they literally, the strength of Squid Game is it was new. It was completely different.
Yeah.
And it just got people's imagination. I think they've done a good job.
They had
a sequel.
They had a huge task.
Yeah.
In like season 2. Because they kind of shot themselves in the foot, I reckon. Because it was so successful.
Yeah.
How are they going to top that?
Exactly. Well, it was not intended to run more than one season. So Netflix has just gone, single most successful show we've ever done that we paid bugger all for compared to some other things.
Yeah.
We're definitely doing more of this.
They left it open-ended at the end of the season 1.
He did. Right at the end, he just goes, no, I'm coming back to get you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to leave. I'm going to come back and get you.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
yes, if you like Squid Game 1, I definitely recommend watching season 2.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So
I mean, I did enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I thought it was good.
Yeah, for sure.
And because the guy is so different, because he was so, the whole thing is he was so innocent in the first season.
Yeah.
And now he's anything but. Like he just was so hardened by the experience.
But yeah. I think you're right. It's best just to not talk about it.
Yeah, but I would, if you like Squid Game season 1, watch season 2.
Yes.
So, what style of drink do you want?
I mean, I'm tempted to ask for another one of those, but I'm also like, what do you feel like? And just say dealer's choice.
Yeah. Okay.
But I like citrusy sweet drink.
Yeah. Let's. Oh, I'll make you the tall ships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Nice.
I'll have to use a different rum because the whole purpose of it was to use up one of the bottles.
Oh,
of rum
okay.
I had.
Sure. Yo ho ho.
Yeah. Okay. Tall ships ahoy.
Just gonna stretch a bit. Oh, that's. I mean, I love crocheting, but I'm always like this when I'm doing
All
it.
right. I need to go out and get the pineapple juice if we're going to do this.
Sure. I'm gonna get you to put
Put Tom Kitten
Tom
on.
Kitten on.
All right. It's good. It's so funny.
Oh no.
That's so
Let me
freaky.
zoom him out.
Oh, so we don't see him that much?
Yeah.
All right. But then,
I might have a wee bird.
yeah, do that.
Little girls are-
We'll just be gone for a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
Right, well, I'm back already. Just do this. Stop sharing. All right, I'm going to go over here and make le cocktail. Abigail's plans. Okay, so I got to improvise this drink. Okay. Tonight make me unstrung. Do this and this. 2 rums. What do you want? Yellow chartreuse and pineapple amaro. All right, let's get this shiz happening. Okay. Put some rum in here. Some of that one. All right. Some of my homemade spiced rum. Oh, Jesus. I was just going to pour that in. I was like, no, I want to measure it. Okay. Where's the syrup? I'm going to put some syrup in. Syrup. Pineapple juice. Oh yeah, we're getting there. And some lime juice. Some yellow chartreuse. Lime juice and some pineapple amaro. Oops. That's a little bit more than I intended, but that's okay. And we want some more ice. Ice, baby. All right. That's that. Gonna shake our booty right down to the ground. All right. Let's pour some of this in there. All right, that's pretty good. Got a cocktail. I got a cocktail. All right, you know what? I'm going to go to the loo. That means putting Tom Kitten back on for a second. I know even in the distance my head's big. Yeah, where is it? Isn't it? Right, I'm going to the loo. All right, I'm back. Oh, where's the hashtag? It's right here. There you go. Ask and ye shall receive, Celtic King. All right. Another house cocktail. I think I'm going to go back to calling this Tall Ships, actually. God, that's a genuinely good cocktail, honestly. That's fucking good. Yum. I think this was from what's that stationery store that's in the shopping malls? Typo. I think that was from Typo. Same as this big wooden one, which is much bigger. If you see it, it's much bigger. We'll put it here. It looks like it's the same size. Here. No, wait. Actually, it looks like it's the same size, but it's actually much bigger. Typo would be where I would look, Safa.
I have returned.
You have returned, and there's a cocktail awaiting.
Oh,
your return.
don't you love it when that happens?
I know, it's perfect, really.
Oh, you go to the bathroom and they've brought your order in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So give that one a try.
Cheers.
House cocktail. This one got to go in the book.
Oh,
I genuinely like this. This is
so this is the Tall Ship.
This is the Tall Ships. I'm going to go. Oh, even though on the video I made, I called it Red Sails in the Sunset. I'm going back to just calling it Tall Ships. I think
that is so good.
And this is the sour version because you wanted the fruity sour one. Even the boozy version that doesn't have the pineapple and lime juice is really good too. This is the crowd pleaser. This one, I think. pineapple and lime juice.
Yep. Oh,
I always feel
so good.
I feel somewhat vain when it's like something I developed and to go,
No.
this is friggin' awesome. And it's like, but that's
No.
really good. Like my top 10 list for last year had 2 that I'd made, 2 that I'd come up with.
No, you should be proud.
But it's kind of like
amazing.
You make them enough and you know what you like and you go, I bet if I combine this, this, and this, that's going to be good.
Yep.
And yeah, this literally started off as, what can I do to empty a bottle that I probably should empty? And then it's like, oh, and also I have this thing that I underuse. So it's like, and the 2 came together.
Oh, now you're going to have to buy another bottle.
Oh, well, I used different rums in this and just improvised. So
that is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, does it have cinnamon in it?
That would be the spiced rum.
Okay.
And so this one is actually using my homemade spiced rum.
Yep.
And so that was sort of, I love reusing stuff. When I made my spiced sugar syrup, which is apples covered in brown sugar, and then you cook it up with your cooking spices, cinnamon, star anise, cloves, allspice and whatnot. And after I'd made the syrup and strained it out and I had all the cooking spices, then I put them in white rum and left them for like a week or 2 and then barrel aged it for like a month.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
Just to sort of smooth all the flavors out and get them to blend. And so that's my homemade spiced rum. So that's a mix because it's a stronger flavor than the one I used originally. So I did a split of that and basically my favorite sipping rum.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm really happy with it.
Oh, I'm really happy with it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be drinking it.
So, Safa, you can't copyright cocktails, which is interesting.
That is interesting.
You can trademark. There's like, okay, there is a cocktail called a Dark and Stormy, which was developed by the rum maker Goslings. They have a very dark rum they call Black Seal. And they say they have trademarked the name Dark and Stormy. And
bugging me.
If you are a commercial enterprise, you can't have Dark and Stormy on your menu unless you use the Gosling stuff. Oh, okay. That threw me for ages, how to open it.
Yeah.
You can work it out yourself. Yeah, you worked it out a bit quicker than me. I was going, how does that come up?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mechanism is very common.
Yeah.
It's the lever action uses a compliant mechanism. Actually deforms the plastic slightly as it does it. But there's about the balance point is very close to closed.
Yeah.
And it's I forget the terminology for it, but it's there's a physics term for this type of lever mechanism. It's very common.
That's so that's a supposedly waterproof casing for my old GoPro, which I have not used in ages.
Is it actually waterproof?
I've never gone diving with it, but people are mad with the GoPro, so I'm assuming it's not a third-party thing. It's actually made by GoPro.
I mean, I assume it's waterproof.
Yeah, I assume it is too.
Cool.
But I don't even use that GoPro anymore. It's, God, I don't know, more than 10 years old.
Fair enough. Well, I have retrieved it for you.
Thank you. You achieved the unachievable of bending over and picking something up.
Yes. I used 2 limbs to do it. Only one arm.
Yeah. I know, Celtic, you always say you like the shirt. I think this is one of my more recent purchases. It might have been in the last lot, like a couple months ago. And I had this, so that means I've only worn this a couple of times, like maybe 3 times, 2-3 times. And I put it on this morning, and Mrs. Angry was actually enjoying looking at it. She said, it's like you're just wearing a billboard.
You're like wearing a 50s Vegas strip.
It is. It's a Vegas. It's very much the 50s Vegas strip thing. And we're looking at the list of cocktails for $3. Which I, damn, yeah, I'll make someone.
Those are some cheap
I'll make someone a $3 version of those. Oh,
I fucking love wearing ties. They're discussing ties.
Ties. I have a tie collection.
I have a tie collection.
Yeah.
Women wearing ties is one of the hottest
It is
things
actually
ever.
Bona fide hot. Lesbians love it. Sensible heterosexual men love it.
Yep. Sensible heterosexual women love it.
Actually, yes.
Yeah.
Sensible heterosexual women look at a woman and tie like, that's a hot look.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. And then start questioning their sexuality because all women are lesbians.
I love the memes about that. Like I saw one just today or yesterday. It was like, no one's born a lesbian. You watch Pirates of the Caribbean. And she turns you gay.
And
there's a
what's
picture
her name? Yeah, I forget her name now.
Oh god, because I just watched her in a new series which was really quite good called Black Doves. Oh god, I'm not remembering. I'm blaming it on the cocktails and old age actually.
For real.
Keira Knightley.
Yes.
She's in a new streaming series on Netflix called Black Doves, which is well worth watching.
Was she was in Bend It Like Beckham, wasn't she?
I don't know because I've never actually seen it.
That was an awakening.
I think so, yeah.
That movie.
Well, soccer, at least 75% of women who play soccer are lesbians.
Oh, the number is way higher than that.
Well, I said at least. Same as cricket. I actually remember.
There was a controversy way back in the 90s.
Yeah.
Was this the anecdote you were about to say?
I was just about to say there was a hetero woman in the Australian cricket team who said, I always felt kind of pressured.
Yeah,
everyone else was gay.
There was a controversy that, she was going to get kicked out because she wasn't gay.
Yeah,
and it was a thing. It was like totally a thing. And in the women's soccer, there's Bennett.
Celtic's agreeing she was in like Beckham.
That movie is gay as fuck.
Oh
the subtext is it's borderline queer baiting.
Yeah, right. I get it.
It is. If you've seen it, you probably haven't because it's a chick flick. It's 100% chick flick.
There was an extended period where I meant to watch it because it was like a film everyone was talking about.
Yeah, like if you watch it, you'll find it cringy as fuck. But I watch it and I'm just like when are they going to kiss? When are they going to kiss? When are they going to kiss? When they never do, but they always look like they're on the cusp of it. Like every time they're in the scene together, there's two friends. One of them is Keira Knightley.
Yeah,
and I forget the other lady.
You know, you just made me think of movies with that Mulan, the Disney animation.
Yeah.
Where it's and it's I've seen a few people make this joke of when Mulan is revealed to be a girl, the boy Shang or whatever his name is, and it's just like, oh no, and he's like, oh god, that's because I was so horny for that guy. I'm so relieved it's actually a girl. Because I didn't know how I was going to explain that to my family. And I saw someone had done a cartoon online and it's them getting ready for bed and Milan's wearing some sexy lingerie thing. And she goes, I thought I'd wear something super sexy tonight. And she's going, no. And she's going, oh, the armor. And she's going, the armor.
Oh dear.
So fucking funny. But anyway.
So there's a thing in female women's soccer.
Yes.
Where because they date each other, and they date each other from other teams as well.
Yeah.
But when they play in international sport, they're on the Australian team, and suddenly they have to play together.
Oh yes.
So
yeah.
suddenly exes have to be on the same team.
Yeah, it's too
And it's-
small and insular a world. Yeah.
So it can get really awkward.
Oh, I bet.
It get
yeah.
yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
That big oof.
Huge
Huge
oof.
oof.
Like,
oh my god.
like on the oofometer. It's
Yeah,
like,
it's like oof.
yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I knew someone who played Aussie rules.
Yeah.
She was completely straight,
Yeah.
boyfriend and everything.
Yeah.
You would pick her out of the lesbian lineup.
Right.
Like everything about her screamed lesbian football player.
Yeah.
Straight as an arrow. You never know.
Okay.
What,
I'm just looking at tram times for
Oh,
you.
okay.
That's okay.
Oh,
That's-
did
we're
you
all
get a
good.
message from Mrs. Angry?
Oh no, she's just gone to bed. That's okay. I'm
I can fuck off if you want.
no. You don't have to. I'm just making.
Oh, okay.
We've actually got plenty of leeway. So
Sure. Okay.
it's all good.
Because the channel doesn't know this. I fully intended to go home tonight.
Yeah,
so
that was actually
that was
the
part of the plan,
predetermined
yeah.
plan. I mean, because there is like New Year's Eve, you stayed here.
Yeah. Yes. I stayed in the Zen room.
The Zen room.
Yes.
There's Mrs. Angry made signs for all the rooms. Like when we didn't kick them out. They wanted to go.
Yeah.
If COVID hadn't have happened, they would have moved out years earlier.
Mm.
But my offspring moved out, and I've said this a million times on the stream. This was my son's bedroom. It's now the bar, and my daughter's bedroom is called the Zen room, which is hilarious because in terms of stereotypes, my daughter was just a trash monster. There was just piles of clothes and shit everywhere. It was absolute chaos. So just for a laugh, like they moved out, and then we tidied up, and then Mrs. Angry arranged the Zen room in particular, but I also arranged the spa. And then we sent them photos of what the room looked like now. And my daughter in particular was like, fuck, honestly, could I have had that room all that time?
Yes.
Because they would spend most of their time in their bedroom. They were both streaming games with their friends, which, you know, I'm all for. It's just like, that was so lucky during COVID that they liked hanging out with their friends online and playing streaming games.
Yeah.
Because
so not much happened, not much changed.
No, they were good.
Yeah. This room hasn't changed that much since the young left.
No. It's he wasn't as messy. Like this desk was over there.
Yes. The bed was more central.
Yeah.
But that's about it. And
so
similar level of mess as this.
Yeah. And I put the bar in and moved the desk over to here for streaming, and couldn't be bothered getting rid of the bed. Although I am, God, as we clean up and I find things and I just go, hey, does someone want X? And
Do
I worked.
you have an old rusty file?
A what?
An old rusty file.
As in the tool?
Yes.
I have not found such a thing yet, but I'll keep you in mind if we do.
Cool. Something about that wide.
Okay.
A good, like,
I'll keep an eye out.
3 centimeters wide.
There could well be something in the shed.
Yes. So like a good length.
So it's kind of like I'm up to like about 6 boxes of floppy disks, and I was online going, does anyone use floppy disks? I keep finding them. And Dave Blumenstein just went, one of his artist friends uses them in art projects, and I said,
oh, okay,
done.
Yeah, I see. I know how to print little brackets to turn floppy disks into shelving.
Oh, there you go. No.
But sounds like art project is
no.
Is
Dave knows someone who uses them in art. I'm like, I do anytime I'm on leave, you can come around because Dave actually lives in this area.
Oh, cool.
So I was like, literally anytime you can just come around. I'll be here for the next couple. Oh my God, my first week of leave is over. 2 more weeks.
Oof.
And yes,
Enjoy
I'm
it.
having to remind myself 6 times
goes
every day
quickly.
what friggin' day of the week it is. I spent most of today thinking it was Saturday.
Oh God, I remember those days.
Yeah.
I'm
So,
used to it now. 'cause
yeah.
I feel like I've retired, but it's actually I have a disability and
Yeah.
can't work. I would like to work 1 or 2 days a week, but yeah, that's the government tells me I'm allowed to work 10 hours.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be consecutive.
Yeah. Safa knows who I'm talking about. Dave, our 70s man. It was more like his granddad. It was so funny when he said that. He's going like, hey, you like booze? My granddad ran a bar in the 70s and just inherited all these booze. And it was just like, and I don't know. He was kind of like Mrs. Angry when he tasted things. He goes, yeah, that smells like alcohol.
Oh God.
And I was like, the biggest surprise was definitely a bottle of bourbon, which had been opened probably in the 70s. So logic would suggest this no longer tastes like anything.
Mm-hmm.
It was still pretty good.
Wow.
But it was also in a very cool bottle, which I kept.
Okay.
It's in my permanent bottle collection.
Yeah.
Now.
You should do some more CDs.
I want to say when I don't know.
Is
Home for the Elderly has been held up, and that's
okay?
fine.
Yeah, that's.
I'll do it tomorrow night.
Can I look at this?
Yeah.
This is like okay, because on the stream it just looks like blinding light.
Yeah, and if you look, my initial thought was like putting it back here, and you can't even see it's a hashtag at that point. It's just a light.
Blends with the wall.
It has to be close so you can even see the hashtag shape.
Okay, what about? Because I could 3D print a cover for it that would diffuse the light a bit.
If you want to take it and play with it, do it.
I could do that.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Easily.
I'm literally just finding things.
Yeah, okay.
If
I mean, I could
with
make one of these and just like reproduce them.
Oh, if you want to use it as reference, or if you
Yeah.
want to just do a diffuser on it, because it's the
I
same
could do
deal.
Both.
Yeah, with the on-air sign.
Yeah.
Back there,
Yep.
which is where I had the idea of putting it. It's too bright. It's just the
Yep.
light at that point.
Yep.
If it's up close, you can see it says on air.
Yeah. It just the lights are too bright, or there's too many of them.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I've done for Beans Bar, their first anniversary.
Yeah.
I made an LED lamp that had like 60 LEDs in it.
Yeah.
And it swirled in a rainbow pattern.
Nice.
And you plug it in, and it was powered by an Arduino, and I gave it away as a raffle prize.
Nice.
And the person who won it was a fellow maker who probably tore it down for spare parts.
Yeah. No, I get it.
First thing they did when they got it was open it up and look at how it worked.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no, please don't. Yeah.
It's the curse of that sort of thing.
That's cool.
It is pretty cool.
I've been
and like Saf was asking, where do you get? I think it was just from like Typo.
Yeah, I can see them
Yeah.
selling something like that.
Yeah.
Typo is a mixed bag because they've got cheap stuff like this, but they don't have a lot of supplies for making stuff.
No, it's
for consumerism only.
Yeah, it's for the office.
Yeah.
Also, I just feel compelled, as we're celebrating Dave, we still have this majestic thing.
What?
That's a supposed Mandarin liqueur in there.
Well, I'm just admiring the.
I'm keeping the
urn.
The urn. That is just incredible.
That is amazing. But this is a Mandarin liqueur.
Yeah, it just tastes like sugar to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's red though.
Yeah, I know.
Look at this urn.
I am so keeping that when I finish the stuff that's in it.
Wow.
The stopper's gone a bit weird. I might have to work on the stopper.
Yeah, okay.
So it wasn't pushed in hard, because if you push in hard, the thing comes out.
Well, I just pushed it in.
That's
hard.
okay. It'll come out.
Sorry.
No.
I didn't know.
I probably just have to see.
Oh, it's got sugar all over it.
It's really sugary.
It's a
Yeah.
genie. There's a genie in that urn.
I know.
So thanks. Good joke.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's such a beautiful, over the top, tacky thing. I
Oh,
have
I
to
love
keep
it. Yeah,
I love it.
it's perfect.
awesome.
What type of battery does this use? Just a coin battery.
Yeah, you have to unscrew that to get
Yep.
it.
I could easily make one of these.
Yeah.
I have the technology.
Noise technology.
Mm. Yeah, I could. Yeah, just print a diffuser. Yeah. Anyway,
Sorry, again, my brain just associates things all the time. What you made me think of was the old Tom Baker Doctor Who, when he meets Leela.
oh yeah,
And there's the two tribes, the Tesh and the Sever team.
yeah.
And they were the survey team and the technicians.
Yeah.
And at one point, when Leela becomes a companion, at one point she just calls the Doctor a technician, and he just stares at her.
Oh, that Leela was just a weird companion choice.
That was weird fetish stuff going on there.
Mm.
It's like the showrunner's just gone, I think like a hot babe in leather would be a good idea
who
at this
carries
point.
a knife.
Yeah,
yeah.
and everyone's going-
Amazon. Yeah. And
It's like-
yeah, everyone giving them side eye.
Yeah. I'm just thinking like, yeah, you're like my friend, Mistress Cleo, who does strap-on parties in London. I bet you were patronizing that.
Mm. Yeah, because the tin dog wasn't enough.
No, that was the... Oh my God, that was one of the best things they did in the Rebirth when
Yeah.
they brought that in. And the guy's going, oh my God, I'm the tin dog.
Yes,
It's such a funny line.
I know.
He's just like, I'm
Isn't
just the extra appendage.
Yeah, oh, I'm the tin dog.
He was so mortified.
Oh,
when
Mickey,
he-
was it Mickey Smith?
yeah, when he worked it out, he's just like, oh my God,
I'm the tin dog. His character arc was really good, though.
He was very fun. Again, the actor was very funny in that.
Yeah.
The bit where he had to play an Auton as well, he was so good at it. When he was plastic, and he's just going, babe, love. He's like a glitching Auton, and he was just having so much fun with that.
Yeah.
Because they also, typical Doctor Who, he would have been dead. Like, so you
Yeah.
thought they killed him, but they hadn't. They just copied him, and he came back. But because, yeah, I have to admit, I love in that first season when Rose finds the guy who's on the internet conspiracy message boards about the Doctor, and it's just like, one thing's for sure, when the Doctor arrives here, people are going to die.
Yeah, it's true. It's so true, though.
I know, and he was absolutely right. And then he's in a shopping mall where all the Autons come out of the thing, and one just like points a gun at him, and he goes, "Yep."
Yep. Yep.
It's just like, God damn.
So Mickey or Ricky?
No, it's Mickey.
Isn't Ricky from the alternate universe where the Cybermen were from?
Oh God, was he?
Remember, there was an episode, there was a 2-part episode
Hmm.
where there was an alternate universe, and they had Cybermen come from that universe for a bit,
I don't.
and there was a kick-ass Mickey version.
Okay,
And
I'm not-
Rose's dad was alive,
Oh,
and they all had the things
the,
in
the,
their
the,
ears.
the little Wi-Fi
And
earbuds.
time for today's joke, and everyone would
Everyone
laugh.
stops and laughs.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no, Safa's, yeah. There you go. I'm not remembering that.
Oh, there you
yeah,
go.
yeah.
Wow. I wonder how much of a Whovian he is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, every now and then I think about it, but there were so many
Yeah,
episodes.
Yeah, like you've dropped a few references that I don't get.
Yeah, it's kind of what
Like,
sticks in your mind.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. There's, I mean, do you have a Doctor Who tattoo?
No, so
Do you have any tattoos?
I do not have any tattoos.
See, it's a younger person thing.
When
Awesome.
I were a lad, it was still really edgy to get tattoos. Like one of my friends, one of my housemates, she had a shit ton of tattoos and piercings before they were made. So this was like 80s into the early 90s,
Yeah.
where that was still a really kind of edge. And she was well, she's Australian born, but she was fully Chinese heritage.
Yeah.
And she's also only about 5 foot tall. But yeah, just with tattoos all up around us and piercings all the way around her ears.
Yep.
Late 80s, early
yeah.
90s. That was really edgy. It's kind of mainstream now.
It totally is, yeah.
But yeah, hey Nintendo Lunchbox, how you doing? Looks like the fires. You're saying the fires in LA are calming down a little. I hope so, because that's fucking horrific.
Yeah.
It's
the satellite footage
yeah.
really gave me chills.
Yeah, but again, I read a thing today that I hadn't considered, but I was like, oh, of course. It's like the air in LA is always toxic as fuck. I've been there.
Because it's all in a basin.
A basin.
Yeah.
And normally it's toxic as fuck. Like it fucked my eyes up so much when I was there. But they have now had thousands of houses full of artificial stuff burn. The air's like literal poison now
for everyone,
and it's just like,
yeah,
that's gonna fuck people up.
Yeah,
that's gonna cause long-term health issues.
Yep.
Days of breathing that shit in is gonna
it's gonna fuck people up.
It's kind of like New York when 9/11 happened. The amount the dust. It's just like people are saying like, and because the first responders were dropping like flies with cancers because of what they inhaled.
Or the concrete dust.
And it's just like, damn, there's going to be repercussions of these LA fires.
Yeah.
But
So my dad got his first tattoo at 60 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. Like it is really a young person thing.
Yeah. Yeah, back in the day, it was sailors and bikers had tattoos.
Yeah, exactly.
It got mainstreamed by millennials, basically. It was still edgy for Gen X. People had them, but it was edgy.
But it was edgy, yeah.
It's just a thing people do now.
Yep.
Now to be edgy, you actually have to have face tattoos.
Yeah.
And it's like,
or eyeball tattoos.
Yeah.
Like. Yeah, or like bits missing out of your face.
Yeah, and again, that used to be fringe. There was a fascinating book published either in the late 70s or early 80s called Modern Primitives.
Yep.
And it was people, and they were way out on the fringe of body modification. I think I know the
one you're talking about.
And there was this one guy, he's an American, white American, who was going by the name of Fakir. And he was like in the 1950s, like when he was interviewed for this book, he was in his 60s or something. In the 1950s, he was doing this just over the top body modification shit.
Yeah.
Like there's a picture of him, and I think the photograph is captioned "The Perfect Gentleman" or something. He's wearing like men's business clothes, but he's wearing a corset that is almost pulled into his spine.
Yes, I've seen that picture.
And it's just a guy in a business suit, but his waist, it's like, what the fuck?
Yep.
And over the years, he had so many piercings. Like in an interview, he's just going like, oh, this is what I do to relax. And he's just got these piercings that he can like slide knives into.
And I've seen a picture of a guy who had live coral put in as horns into his
the guy from Jim Rose's Sideshow Circus, the Enigma.
Yes.
And apparently it was actually growing and it grew in.
Yeah.
And he had to have surgery.
He had to get it.
Because he just thought, I'm going to have horns. And it's like,
that's not how it worked.
But it was growing in. And it's like, no, okay, you might die if you don't get that removed.
Yeah.
I did love, there was an interview with him and he's just going, I'm just thinking of the future, man. Someone's going to dig up my skeleton and it's going, oh, were demons real? This guy has horns. And his whole shtick, he had puzzle piece tattoos, and he progressively got his entire body covered in puzzle piece tattoos.
He had one missing from the top of his head.
and
which I enjoyed.
the shtick with
I think he might have had a few missing.
yeah. Well, they weren't all coloured in.
Yeah, and the line.
Yeah. And his shtick was he didn't speak.
He had a guest appearance on the X Files.
Yeah, him and Jim Rose were in the X Files. Yeah. He actually ate the weird alien because he's.
I don't remember what happened in that episode. All I remember, he was in an episode.
Yeah. Okay. So spoiler for a 30-year-old TV show. There was a thing where something was attacking people and it was getting the circus freaks, and you don't know why. And it turns out one guy has a, like his deformed twin growing out of his side, which could actually detach, and it would attack and eat people. And,
sure.
Yeah. And but they were all playing up the thing with Jim Rose and the Enigma, and I think because there was a whole thing with him eating weird stuff as well.
Yep.
And not talking. And there's a bit where the detached little creature attacked the Enigma, and you thought the Enigma was dead. And the final shot was Jim Rose going like, couldn't do the show today without the Enigma, and you thought he was dead. And then the Enigma comes up holding his stomach going, he ate something. Eating stuff never hurts him, but finally you go like, oh God, he ate the monster that was killing people. I was about to say, if Dr. Abigail's gonna go home, probably have to go soon.
Yeah, I'm actually fading from consciousness.
Yeah, I'm just checking timing wise.
Yeah, where did my phone go?
We had a guest come over who was on MDMA. And
it's a little bit strong.
It knocked me for 6.
Yeah. Okay. So it takes 10 or so minutes to go to the tram.
Yep.
And there's that time and that time. So
okay.
Do you really want to rush and do that?
I don't want to rush.
No, so
we'll aim for that one.
All right. So we'll hang around for like
20 minutes?
Yeah, 10 or 20 minutes.
10, 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I got my first tattoo when I was, I think, 32.
Yeah.
And it was on my back.
Yeah.
And it's an awesome canvas.
Yeah.
A lot of space, a lot of flat space.
Yeah.
I never get to see it.
That's the fun thing about back tattoos. I always think that's funny.
I never get to see it. And I forget it's there.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like, if anyone ever gets to see it, they'd say, "Oh, that's a nice tattoo," and I'd have no idea what they're talking about because I forget it's there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, that one? Oh, yeah."
Yeah. My favorite back tattoo story is, and this goes back 90. So this guy was a real, and he was an old guy. So this was like, thicker than being a sailor. He's this whole thing of English fox hunting scene, like all the people in the hunting pinks on the horses jumping hedges was this thing, and he's showing it off at some convention, and it's the whole hunting scene, and of course someone shouted out, "Where's the fox?" So he drops his trousers and bends over, and he's got a fox tail tattooed on one butt cheek. So the joke is the fox is disappearing up his butthole.
And I was going to do it like the back of the
And it was the thing he always did. He would show off the back, and almost invariably someone would go, "Where's the fox?" which is his excuse to drop his pants.
Quite frankly, I'm not very interested in tattoos.
Is Soph talking to you or someone else?
Sophie's talking in the background right now. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
we
okay.
can hear her.
Talking about the tattoos, and then we started talking.
I'm just wondering if you were getting admonished, Charlie, if you'd been bad or something.
So, firstly, Sophie, have you seen the book?
No, she hasn't.
I barely watch films, and I barely remember.
No. This is a book that I made from scratch for Angry for Christmas.
Oh no.
It's cotton writing paper with a book cloth cover and 3D printed embellishments. And
Cotton paper will be very delicate, though.
No,
it's hard wearing.
Cotton is way stronger than regular wood pulp. It's way stronger. Yeah,
I
and
think
plus
wood
this is
stronger.
that's why they make money in America out of cotton. And it's 100 GSM paper as well, so it's even thicker.
Very soft.
But yeah, the hard wearing paper is made out of cotton. So yeah.
There you go.
So yeah.
So this is for me to write cocktail recipes in.
So I designed the
little cocktail logo there.
So he asked for
The personalized cocktail one that was like that. There's
So
some
he-
pre-written ones.
he asked for
That's
magic
beautiful.
foam.
Look at the
I love
middle
the
of it.
art.
So I designed this magical symbol to look like a cocktail glass.
Now, honestly, now I think about it, if I was gonna get a tattoo, I'd be thinking about that design. Quite honestly, that would be a really good tattoo.
Especially for you as well. It suits you.
So now that you've got,
you
now
need
that
the
you've
cherry.
basked in my
And
creativity.
an olive and a cherry.
Sorry,
That
what
is
was
a-
that?
Was it cherry?
That was a cherry.
Yeah, well, I made it red to symbolize the maraschino
Sorry,
cherry.
I missed it.
Sophie's a bit drunk at the moment.
So now that you've
yeah.
now that you've had a chance to bask in my creativity, Sophie, would you like to come over to my place later?
I'll need a plane ticket in a couple of hours, and most
Yes,
likely-
I was gonna say, it is not a short trip. Yeah.
And somehow
Fair
that's
enough.
because I'm changing houses in 2 days. It's been a
You're
nightmare
what?
trying to get ready for it.
With work, her job is looking after somebody's person who's on disability, and they
Yep.
have like 2 people living in a house, usually 2 people, and yeah,
2 to 5.
she's done the
They're
same
moving
house
houses.
for like 3 or 4 months now,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
she's being uprooted and changed to a different house. It's a big thing for her.
Fair
I'm
enough.
going from 2 mental health to a 5 mental health. So I've done
Okay.
so well with the 2.
She's
Yeah,
very
I'd
good
be
at it.
drinking too. So
The funniest part is I barely even know their names yet. I
Oh.
barely know these girls at all, and I'm meant to start being in charge of them in 2 days.
yeah, well, I'm sure you'll get to know them
I'm
plenty.
just trying to deal with the ones that I'm currently in charge of, trying to wrap up the last little things before I leave.
Yeah.
Because the one taking over isn't that good.
Can I ask a quick question? Did you end up continuing on with the CDs after Amanda
No,
Palmer?
no. I thought I'd save him. I don't know if you're going to be around tomorrow night
do.
or.
Thank you. I'm glad I was hoping to be there for it. Yeah.
Nintendo
And I've got
Lunchbox.
a stack of discs I want to show you too. I think you'd like as well.
I just saw Wicked yesterday, and I am into musicals, and I enjoyed the shit out of it. It was fucking
Yeah,
fantastic.
basically only hearing good things about
Yeah,
it.
that I had to watch it again. That finale was amazing. Blew my fucking socks off. I loved it.
So yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
broad recommendation. for
Yeah.
that one.
And in fact, it's on my Plex server, and I've also got the sing-along edition. So it comes up with the words,
lyrics, nice.
like a karaoke, but like you just sing along with it. So
Nice.
yeah, it's but unfortunately I don't have the premium Plex version. I just have the free version, so I can't show them both editions at the same time. I don't know how to. I haven't figured out how to do it without with just the free version. Charlie, if you know how to do that, please help.
Yeah. I'll look it up. I'll check it out.
Yeah, I have
I don't
looked
know
it
that
up.
one, actually. I've never had to deal with.
I've looked it up, and I've tried a few different things. Can't figure out how to show both at the same time.
So you can't have them up on the menu screen with all the different movies. You can't have both of them up at the same time. It's either one or the other.
Yeah.
You can put them in different folders.
I tried that. I've got edition tags in the names of the physical files.
And there wasn't an option to change it in fixed match to sing along version.
In what?
Okay, so when it automatically selects what movie title it is, the picture that goes up with it, you can
Yeah.
change that by clicking on those little dots. The dots. In
Okay,
the corner.
so it's
And then-
only got one title there. So if I change it, it changes it for both.
Yeah. Okay, so you can split duplicates. That's another option there.
Oh, is there?
So if it's a duplicate, it can be. You can click on those little three dots as well, and it says split duplicate, and it will take both.
Okay.
But then it'll be the same thing twice. But what you
Sure.
can do, I think, is one of them will be fix match, right? And then you can choose potentially sing along version, which should have a different picture,
Okay.
and then it'll be like nice and pretty. Yeah.
Okay, I'll check it out when I get home.
Yeah, I've got to watch it. I've got it in 4K, so I plan on watching it. But I've
Cool.
just been lazy.
It's worth it. And
Yeah.
warm your voice up. In fact, in the sing-along version, the 2 stars actually do run you through some vocal warm-ups
That's
before
fun.
the
Oh, wow.
movie starts.
Warm-ups. Nice.
So it's actually a nice touch.
I would
Yeah.
have been amusing in cinemas.
Good night, Celtic King.
Celtic's going to bed. We'll be going to bed soon.
Yeah, I'm that cocktail knocked me out. It was such a good cocktail.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Was
That
Yeah.
one
it was
before.
tall chips.
Oh, it
I'm
was
still
good.
working on my first one.
She's
I'm a
gypsy
bit-
from that.
I'm a bit of a lightweight, so
Yeah, it was
Thanks.
not
I'm
lightweight
still on my
cocktail.
first
no,
one.
it
I'm only
was not.
halfway through it.
It hit me for 6. But yeah, thanks for that.
Yeah, I know. If you got any questions, hit me on Discord. You know that I'm happy to help.
Will do.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Cool stuff. Right,
Yeah.
sorry,
Yeah, we'd lost
we're just
track of time.
plotting.
Yeah.
Don't want to.
I mean,
Oh,
Don't
yeah,
miss
no,
the train,
okay.
yeah.
yeah, okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to hang up then. In that case,
And then
I'm
5
going to
minutes
tap
for
out so
wedding.
you guys can get off. Okay.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Bye bye for now. I'll see
Hey,
you
guys.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Once I figure out how to exit the thing.
Bye.
Bye.
Close the window. Close the tab. Oh,
Oh,
that's
dear.
funny. I called my brother for his birthday the other day,
Yeah.
and because I don't like holding my phone up to my face.
Yeah.
So it hurts my ear, the tin ear
Yeah.
speaker. So I always use my headphones.
Yeah.
And so I'm just chatting with him.
Yeah.
And chatting for a bit, and then say goodbye. And then I realized I'd been doing other stuff. I've been looking at the calendar and stuff
Yeah.
because I'm organizing a meetup. So to go over to his place.
Yeah.
And I switch the phone off and put it down.
Yeah.
And we say goodbye, and then I got to hang up.
Yeah.
So it takes me a bit to
open
open
it
the
up.
phone, put my fingerprint,
Yeah.
and I can hear him the whole time doing the same thing. I'm gonna turn the phone on.
Yeah.
And this is awkward. It's like saying goodbye and then walking in the same direction.
Yeah.
But the phone version. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I even had that the other day with an automated thing with, press 1 for X. And it's just like, and because I also like to have the earbuds in rather than the phone.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, press 1 is like, oh God, I don't have the keypad up. What buttons do I have to push to have the keypad up?
Yes.
Shit. And while I'm fixating on getting the keypad up, oh God, I forgot what numbers did what. Oh shit.
Yep.
And then you get to hear them again, press hash. Yeah, no, please tell me again.
Yes. Give me the
'Cause
time.
I missed all
Yeah.
those instructions.
Yep. I'm gonna eat this cherry.
Yeah, I'm going to eat my cherry too.
I think it's that time.
It's cherry eating time. So.
Oh.
No, they really absorb some of the flavour
They do.
of the tall chips.
Yeah, I only had one.
I had like 1.5. The first one I got was a little squishy
Oh, okay.
one.
Wow.
Yum. Oh my God,
Very
that was so
yum.
good. Very
Mm.
tart.
Yeah, it was a bit.
We were pulling squinty faces because it was really
I
tart.
think we were both doing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I have to post that recipe on the Discord for the other YouTube cocktail channels and just go, I developed this and I really like it. But if anyone wants to tweak it, if you think you can make little changes to even improve it, because there's a lot of very clever people on there. I was just like,
Yeah.
see what you think of that. And also, you probably don't have the pineapple amara, although it is an American product, so who knows?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm going to post it and see if anyone does a tweak on it, if they think of a way to change it. Yeah.
Fair
No. There's no fucking point. Fucking dragon fruit. I'm not going to this supermarket.
That's worse than what I do.
I'll go out tomorrow and see if I can find dragon fruit. Charlie, have another laugh.
Oh, that's funny. Good one.
Yeah, I hope I can find dragon fruit off the top of my head. I don't.
Sometimes you have to go to an Asian.
Yeah, no, there's some Asian.
There. Oh
fruit
my God!
veg.
On the tram here,
Mm.
I passed. Like I didn't count them, but
Yeah.
there were like a ton of not just massage places.
Oh God, yes.
But explicitly
Yeah.
sexual massage places and just brothels. Just brothels.
Yeah, well, you do pass a lot of brothels going from your place. To
Yeah.
there.
But just like
My
massage places. Like there's so freaking many of them.
my favorite was just up on North Road, which is like a suburb that way. Went there once with Mrs. Angry, wanted to try it. An Indian restaurant was there. And we're walking up the street, and in this one little strip of suburban shops, there were 5 massage places. And I'm going, okay, no suburb is this tense.
Yeah. And they like all had their windows just completely blocked off.
One of them had a sign that said, "We do not offer sexual services. Do not harass our staff. Like, we'll call the cops." And I'm like, I noticed only one of the 5
Yeah.
has that sign
Yeah,
up there.
they do actual massages.
Yeah.
I mean, they all do actual massages.
They
It's
do.
It's just about what happens after the massaging is done.
It gets to a
Or
certain
during
point, you go,
it.
"You want extra?"
You want happy ending?
There's ones in the city in Burke Street, a block from where the cop station on Burke Street is, and it's just like all curtains at the front. And I mean, yeah, this is where businessmen go for a wristy at lunchtime.
Yeah.
It's so obvious.
It's a naked massage.
Yeah, it's just like so obvious. My God. Yeah.
Signs with a tiny note, they will rub your shoulders.
Yeah. It's just like, again, like I said, it's very funny in like one block to get 5 massage places.
Yeah.
But then, one of them said, "Stop asking us for sexual services." And you go, only one of them has that sign.
Yeah. It's that's like so telling. That's almost as telling as having to write a newspaper article saying that your husband is not a monster.
I knew where you were going with that. It's like, yeah, it's remarkable how many people don't need to do that.
Yeah. Anyway,
I think we can wrap things up.
I think I've used up
all the spoons.
all of my talkie spoons.
Alrighty. So we're going to sign off. We'll be doing a stream tomorrow night.
I will not be here.
No.
But I will be on.
You're going to join?
Yeah.
And I might get a proper night's sleep tonight. But also having company definitely invigorated and kept me going, because I was so not sure how long I would last on the stream, but did good. So you'll take care. It was fun. See you another time, but bye for now. Bye.